Hey, raindrops. Carlos has to have it. That is not even the situation. You know they go over the legal notes. Exactly. It's called preparation. Okay. But sometimes we like to, we stay ready. Well, all right. I'm here though. I'm here. All right. So listen, let me get my glasses on, child, because y'all are about to read me tonight. So let me do my shout outs first. Okay. Yes. Glenn needs Jesus and some soul searching. Yes, we're getting to Bell Collective today. Okay. Tonight is going to be a very interesting night, to say the least. So thank you all for I was flossing. Do I have quinoa on my teeth? Let me see. Okay. I'll forgive you, Carlos. All right. So let's start there. Hi, raindrops. Happy Monday. I can't wait to talk about tonight's topic. We're getting into Bell Collective. Okay. We are getting into Karen and Potomac reunion part 3. We're getting into the Housewives of Atlanta trailer. Our thoughts on it. Drew and Kim Michelle already going at it. And then we are also, thank you. I had a good weekend. And then, is that it? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, Bows. We're getting into Bows. Okay, we get to talk about Beverly Hills Housewives. So we're talking about Bows in the scene with her boyfriend. Wait, is it Beyonce? I think they're engaged, Beyonce. And yes, we are talking about Gizelle Bryant not having a package and how I got dragged on Twitter all day today. Okay, so I'm ready. Thank you, baby. So listen, I first want to give a shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina, and Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. Thank you all for showing out to the King and Queen of Reality tour, starring me and Nene. And when I say to you guys, it was a sold out crowd for both shows. I hope you guys who are here, who attended, thank you, had Raleigh. Okay. Is it Raleigh or Raleigh? I don't care. We had a good time. It was such a great time. Nene and I are still on such a high. It is still humbling that, over 300 people decided to see us on a Tuesday and then on a Thursday. The beautiful thing about the King and Queen of Reality show is Raleigh. Is it Lay or Lee? You know how like you do the Lay in Hawaii? Is it Lay or Lee? Let me know. Okay. Nonetheless, we had such a great. It's Raleigh. Don't listen to chat. Okay. So this is the thing. What you're gonna get with the Nene and Carlos tour, Raleigh. Okay, thank you. Okay. So it is two people who have a great friendship of over 18 years. And it's two people who are celebrating each other. And it's funny. Okay. We do Nene's Greatest Hits, where I play different clips of Nene's time on various shows she's been a part of. We talk about love, relationships, sex, all those things. We take questions from the audience. And when I say to you, it was such a beautiful experience. And I cannot thank you guys enough who have decided to spend your money and spend your time to see Nene and I. It's now lost on us the commitment that you guys made. So thank you to each and every person who did show out. And look, we got some news coming up for y'all. So I love my suit too. Thank you. So stay tuned. We are definitely going to have an announcement that will make you guys happy. So stay tuned. Yeah, spring summer tour. So again, I'm overwhelmed. Nene and I actually spoke today. Just going over a few ideas. Okay. But let me know in the comments where y'all want us to go, and we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you so much. Time's over. Hallelujah. Amen. I appreciate you, Raindrops. Raindrops and the Nenes in the same building is a time. It's a time. It was a time. So whether you are in a relationship with your husband, your wife, whatever, your fiance, your man, your woman, your best friend, there were a lot of mothers who came there with their sons. So it was definitely a very special treat. So thank you. All right. Nonetheless, let's bring on Dustin and Blue.
What up, though?
Hey, we're twinning.
Hey, guys.
What up, though? What's happening? What's up, Raindrops? What's up, Blue?
What's up, Dustin?
How you doing?
Happy Monday, y'all. Y'all look nice and refreshed.
Thank you. We matching tonight. Okay, we go back to black, like Amy said.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Why do we look like Destiny's cousin though? We're kind of like doing like a Miss Tina coordination color.
Okay.
I'm with it.
I'm the Matthew Knowles of reality television.
Yeah, so that it makes sense. Yeah.
I'll play Farrah. My luggage is waiting for me. Nobody ever wants to be Farrah. I'll take one for the team.
You see, we ain't argue with you. We just was like,
oh wow. I see you, Kelly and Beyonce. That's fine.
Yeah, Material Mondays. So Blue, how was your weekend, babe?
My weekend, I didn't know it was the weekend until it was over. I was a day off the entire end of the week. So I thought Saturday was Friday. I thought yesterday was, I am confusion. I am in an interesting space right now where I've been responsible for 7 months and I'm itching to go outside. And so I keep having to stop myself from being irresponsible.
Why are you stopping?
What's being responsible for 7 months? What does that mean?
Being responsible for 7 months. Yeah. So I had to stop myself from texting people all weekend because it's a heat wave. So my body's like, hey, it's summer. It's not. It's March 1st.
Is it because of man in a situationship?
No, I don't do situationships. I like myself too much. Yeah. What? I just answered. For a situationship to work, I actually teach a class on this. One person has to have compromised integrity and one person has to have low self-esteem. I'm neither, so that doesn't happen to me.
Damn, we got to talk, friend, because I love situationships.
Dustin,
and I ain't got neither one of them shit. So we should talk, friend.
Future,
talk.
You're never beating the alley. Damn, friend, that's unfortunate because
Yeah, situationships so Blue, they can't be healthy. Right?
A situationship by definition is when one person feels ambiguity about the romantic connection.
Oh no, I ain't got.
But there's no ambiguity. It's not a situationship. It's an agreement. It's an arrangement.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let's agree on an arrangement around this motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
I wouldn't agree with you though, Dustin. Like, what are you saying?
Lord, my Lord, it ain't life for me. Ain't been no crystal staircase, friend.
You know what?
I'm here to tell you, friend. It has been an uphill climb, but much like Sheila in that movie, I done drove up that mountain. It saved my marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do sometimes.
Well, Dustin, a lot of people will like to climb your up your mountain.
Okay.
And drive up your mountain.
I heard mattress first, friend.
Well, fruity and slip, but the point.
And it ain't on the floor. I can tell you that much.
Thank
okay.
God.
Okay. So Dustin, they want to uphill climb you.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people, Blue, on First of all, shout out to the Raindrops and the Nenes who watch Mother Night Live. They showed so much love. It was a lot of people there who wanted Dustin, and by people I mean straight Black women. And it was
what an honor. You know what I'm saying? We all know that statistics. Now, what I'm about to say can be backed up by statistical data. Okay, we all know that women are smarter than men. Yes. So if a bunch of women got a crush on me, I felt honored. That means I'm the right choice. I'm the smart choice, and I've never
Do you
felt
ever get
more
harassed though?
affirmed.
Do they
So
sexually harass you? Do they grab little
yeah,
parts?
yeah, and that ain't cool either. But like, yes, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
It's not cool. It's harassment.
It ain't cool. Like if I did that shit, the world would flip. My whole career would be
wow.
lost. You know what I'm saying? And so, but and yes, it be happening to me, but I ain't no victim. And you know what I'm saying?
Ladies, unhand him, okay?
I'm all right.
I'm
I'm not even
stage,
tripping.
please.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Do
6'1".
not grab him. Do not grab
I'm 6'1" barefoot. I'm like 6'2" in my Timbs, and I wear Timbs basically every day. So
6'2" in Timbs is menace. You are a menace. You are a sexual
I'm like
menace.
6'1" and a
Who
half.
says they're 6'2" in Timbs? You have a Tim height?
Yeah, I love Timbs. I wear Timbs all year round. Summertime, springtime, fall time, wintertime. Timberlands, the classic 6-inch wheat Timberland boot is my favorite shoe. I like the classics. You know what I'm saying?
What do you wear to the beach though? Do you wear Timbs to the beach?
No, I have my feet out. I got nice feet. I'm a feet person.
Nice feet.
So yeah,
I saw mine.
Yeah.
But Dustin, are you 6'2" horizontally and vertically, or is it?
Carlos,
I
what's
don't
in your
know. You got to measure up. You know what I'm saying? I got to measure up. They could pull their ruler out for sure if we could figure something. You know,
I've heard the stories. Dustin,
from the
you
base.
got that house. I've heard.
So you
word
know,
on the street is that you tall in all directions.
We thank God. You know what I'm saying? Scuttlebutt can be good to you or it can be bad. So in this case, it works in my favor. So we thank God for Scuttlebutt. Listen, I'm in a season of gratitude. Okay, that's the season I'm in right now. I got 2 shows coming up here on St. Patrick's Day in New York City. First show is sold out. Second show is on sale now. You can get those tickets at DustinRossLive.com because God is good. The raindrops are good. The supporters are good and supporting. We sold that motherfucker out. And so now we can do it again. And those that didn't have a chance to get a ticket the first time can come to the second show, the 9:30 show. So
you got problems. A second show.
Listen, I'm in a space of tremendous gratitude. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I'm just happy and full of gratitude. So yeah.
No, no one deserves it more than you. So how was your weekend, Dustin? Blue was tempted to go outside. She didn't. Did you have any temptations?
Yeah, I actually went outside. So shout out to my friends Chuck and Rich. They own 2 nightclubs here in New York City, Lambda Lounge in Harlem and Club Lambda in Brooklyn. Well, they just recently, after 5 years of operation, had their final party this Saturday. So I went out to Brooklyn for that. Unfortunately, it got shut down. Somebody, you know, it's always a hater. What did Marlo say? Be somebody like a hating Kenya called the police. Somebody also, it's always a hater. Somebody called the police and got it shut down. But there were so many people outside on the blocks, plural, surrounding the club that were waiting to get in that it felt like a reunion. It was so many people outside. So I got to see people on Saturday night. And then I actually ran into some beautiful, beautiful raindrops on Sunday at a restaurant. So they definitely show love to you all, plus Claudia. And that's always a great experience. So I had a good weekend.
All right, good. Well, listen, you had a better weekend than Glendale Pearson. So to all of my Bell Collective watchers, okay? Bell Collective is back every Friday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Blue and Dustin. So Blue is shaking her head. All right, let's get right into it. As you all know, Lateshia and Glendale are going through this very interesting time in their marriage. So much so that Lateshia told her husband of more than 10 years, I believe, that she wants to be celibate. And he did not like hearing that, so much so that he left the scene of the crime, okay? He walked off and said he interpreted that as she wanted some D, and she wanted it from somewhere else. So, Blue, let me start with you. What are your thoughts of what's happening between Lateshia and Glenn? And is a married woman not allowed, because you're allowed to do anything, but as a married woman saying she wants to be celibate in her marriage, is that grounds for a disaster or another divorce?
I wish Claudia was here so we could do Dry Puss Theater together, because this is another installment. Oh my gosh. Like, my God, today. I have never just the moisture just sucked out of my body. Just because think about it. If my man came to me talking about all you want is money and dick, and I said I have my own money and you can keep your dick, I feel like that's fair play because what, bruh, like I can outsource both. What are you doing? I just was turned off by the whole conversation. I have been singing "Where's My Husband" all week. I stopped singing it as I walked. Like maybe not that kind of husband. Maybe I'll just get a dog. Turned me off from marriage. It was so unsexy. I completely understood. I wanted to be celibate halfway through the scene. I've been on some risky behavior all weekend. That drive me right up. So I just, Glenn, please, no, sir, stop talking to the lady like that. I'm on her side. As a woman, the whole thing turned me off.
Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, right? Like, I think a lot of times people just be in their own way. You know what I'm saying? And if the goal of the moment, if Glenn's motivation is to have sex, right? That's not sexy to flip out. You know what I'm saying? When you get that type of information and storm off in a tizzy, you know what I'm saying? Getting in your car, driving off, and you know he was sitting up. Any other time, I guarantee you, Glenn Pearson drives that truck, lean back and to the side like this. He was so goddamn mad that night. He was hand over hand getting the fuck down in Mississippi streets. Now, I understand. I love sex just as much as the next person. So if you make an agreement to be in a marriage and not do it with anybody else, of course you're going to be devastated when the person that it's okay for you to have it with tell you, you ain't having it with me. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to have a visceral reaction to that internally. But the key word there is internally. There's a way to, if someone tells you they don't want no physical contact with you, flipping out and causing a scene is not going to encourage them to open up quite literally to you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be cool. What that man saying that mean? Be cool, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cool. That's what you do. All right, baby. Listen, we haven't been in the best space, and I hate that for us. And it actually breaks my heart that you don't have no desire to be intimate with me. But I promise you, I'm gonna work hard and try my best to get you back to that headspace.
That wouldn't have dried her up. You see, you would have never gotten there because you talk like that.
Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out what you want and drive. That's the theme of tonight. Drive that car up that mountain. That's what you got to do sometimes. Do the work.
Glenn Carlos, call Glenn right now. Send him this clip and give him Dustin's number. He needs a tutor.
I love Glenn and Tisha together, though. I don't care what nobody say. I think that they made for each other. I don't care. And I
think so too.
The best scene, it was a scene a couple seasons ago when they was arguing. You know, they be getting into it, but they was arguing in the house. And Carlos, you'll remember this. Lateshia was like, "You get your game face on, my game face been on." When she said that to Glenn, I clipped that. I use it all the time in my text messages with my friends. Yeah, like that's what she said.
Like 2 seasons ago. Yeah.
Yes, you got to see this, Blue. But it was a classic moment. Anyway, I say all that to say I want them to work out. Glenn needs to be cooler when he is intaking information that kind of throws him off, because that will make Lateshia feel safer, and which will make her feel more comfortable to be open to intimacy with him. Dumbass. That's how you have to do it.
I just thought of something. There's something that he said. He was like, "You was a housewife." See, you're on timeout.
I know. That was ugly, right, Blue?
The minute you say something like that, it's things like that that subconsciously make a woman retreat. Sincerely, you know what I mean? Because what it means is you're trying to diminish and demean and keep me in a box and proving why I need to have a safety plan. You just proved exactly why she needs a contingency plan, because when you're uncomfortable, the first thing you want to do is throw in my face that I had a role that you consider subservient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of Peter and Cynthia when they were going through their turmoil. One thing that Cynthia said to Peter, the lack of finances we have in our marriage, right? Because they were going through a financial turmoil when they got married. Long story short, she said, I don't even get wet to have sex with you because of where we are in this financial ruin. So when I watched that scene, I remember thinking, I wonder if what Lateshia is going through, because, you know, last year, her and Glenn went through a tough time when it was revealed that there were some DMs exchange and Lateshia felt embarrassed and all these things. They left the reunion as a united front. This season, she is going through this situation where she's like most marriages, back and forth. And one thing I want to say to the audience, listen, I love when y'all are passionate about my shows, right? Because I'm passionate about all the shows too that aren't mine.
Yeah.
But I do think this. I've seen a lot of tweets where y'all are saying, "Oh my gosh, divorce him already." Oh my gosh.
Oh,
and
that's
one thing that I think we all can agree on is, and especially marriages, you go through your ups and downs. And I think a lot of y'all are projecting based on your own situation, and you may want to leave your man or your woman, and you ain't doing it, and you want Lateshia to. And listen, whether or not her and Glenn divorce will be her decision, but what I will say is give them some grace. Yes. Because what they're going through is so typical in terms of a lot of marriages, like our grandmothers who were married to their husband for years. They live in separate homes and they never got a divorce just because they didn't. So I did want to offer that up. And like I said, what I do believe is happening is I do believe that Lateshia may not have the appetite for it based on what's been happening.
He's scared. You could tell he's scared. A lot of times when men are scared because they're not taught or socialized properly how to be emotionally intelligent and say, I'm scared I'm going to lose you and be vulnerable. They instead try to use brute force or to be hyper masculine in a place where you just say you're scared. I'm scared of losing you. I'm scared that the woman you're becoming is not going to think I'm enough. Can we talk about that? Because any woman who really loves you, if she knows that you are sincerely adore her and are scared of losing her, that's more palatable than you used to be a housewife. All you want is money and dick. Right? Like it doesn't hit the same. Like it's more vulnerable.
Yeah. She ain't your child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even with that, you got to walk the line of being confidently vulnerable, right? Because we're talking about a relationship dynamic between a woman and a man from Jackson, Mississippi, right? So there's certain like societal norms and gender roles and all kind of shit that culturally come into play, you know, for right or wrong, but they come into play in their situation, right? Their relationship structure. And my thing is always this: if you want to be on that big dog, man of the house shit, whatever, pay like you lay. You know what I'm saying? Like, blow her mind, give her the life.
Pay like you lay?
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Pay like you lay.
Pay like you lay. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be no question about nothing else if you want to run that type of household. Otherwise, and to me, Letitia's ask is not out of this world. Like, she simply wants to find her independence financially and with her career. And she's been talking that same shit since season 1. So this is not a new idea. There's just no reason for my boy Glenn, because you know I fuck with Glenn. There was no reason for him to react that way, because that did not message to her that she was in a safe space to do her thing, which she's gonna do anyway. She's a naturally driven person. So I just don't understand the resistance piece. Like, if that was my woman, I wouldn't fight against that. I would lean into it. Like, all right, that's what you want to do. Let's figure out how we about to make you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to resist that. I don't get it.
So Raindrops, let me know in the comments what you think, because up next, we're going to ask Claudia Jordan what she thinks. Let's bring in Claudia.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
Claudia.
Hey, oh, look at the cat.
I got 2. They're both like, they like being in the room. Like, this one's
what are their names?
Unfortunately, and it's after the trend, because I named that one 6 10 years ago, and I just named this one 7, and then that trend came about. So it looks
your
like
cats are 6 7. Are you kidding me, Claudia?
Not spelled the same.
Claudia, your cats are 6 7.
No, they're not.
Okay, I regret asking. Okay,
wait.
Not because of that. It's their own. They were before that.
But okay, can the cool kids tell me what does 6 7 mean?
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Really?
Literally nothing.
I know 3 6 9, but I don't know 6 9.
It literally don't. It literally is meaningless. For real.
I'm too old for 6 7. I know different numbers.
A basketball player made it popular 6 7, and it's just like a goofy thing that they do.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I thought it had like a meaning to it. Okay.
No. I thought it did too, friend. Nobody knows.
I want to change my cat's name, but I named him 6 in 2016, and then she, came around the summer, and I didn't know about that trend. So
Claudia, you made me laugh talking about before you even said their names. You was like, before it was a trend.
Oh, it's so
J.
cool.
Mitch, 1983. Be nice. We will get to that in a second. Y'all already
Wendy got
starting.
us straight with the cats. Damn.
Y'all already starting messy, and we're not even getting. We haven't even gotten to Potomac just yet. So, Claudia,
Yes.
you came in at a really good time. We'll get into your amazing weekend in a second, but first thing first, we're talking about Bell Collective scene where Lateshia is telling her husband that she wants to be celibate. And I want to get your thoughts on that. You know, they are married. And is that something that you think could survive a marriage?
No, she don't want to be with him no more.
Claudia, you missed Dry Puss Theater. I needed you to do the little play earlier, but the moment has passed. It's fine.
Oh, Dry Puss Theater? Well, she has dry puss. There's no way. If you tell your husband you want to be celibate, you're basically setting it up so he can leave.
My girl. See, we're on the same page. I knew we'd be on the same page.
Oh, I'm married, but I'm celibate is like after you've been through a whole bunch of bad relationships. Okay. Or you're letting that thing cool off. Or you don't want to have sex with your man no more. So you say it's a spiritual thing, or I just need to clear my mind. You're married.
All of that.
You're married. You're married. Like, no, like that's a nice way to say, in the words of Big Sean, I ain't fucking with you.
Oh, wow. Glenn, I'm sorry. We tried, Glenn. We really tried. We really tried.
Celibate, married? Come on now.
That don't make no sense, do it, Claudia?
It don't make no sense.
You don't hear a guy say, well, I just was a jerk to the girl and hoping that she'll break up with me first. To me, that's giving like, and I hope she doesn't get offended by me saying it's just my opinion. I'm just saying in that situation, like, let me just see what I could do and see if I, how much he'll put up with, or this will drive him away. I don't want to be the one to bring up the D word, divorce, but I'll just say I'm celibate. Because celibate, married, she's not attracted to anymore. In my opinion. I don't want to speak for her. If I was in that situation, I said celibacy, I'm trying to get up out that marriage. I want you to break up with me, though.
Yeah, because otherwise we fucking in my house. So
I
I don't know.
What's going on tonight?
I'm with you. I don't even like you
tonight. What's going on?
We can't lay up in the bed together, and we ain't doing nothing. First of all, I like my space, my bed. If you're gonna take up half my bed, the dick
you better use it. Yeah.
Okay.
But she did explain, though. She said that she gets digmatized and she doesn't think clearly, and that he uses his penis to scramble her thoughts. She did mention that.
All the more reason to do it. Sound like to me.
Oh,
that means it sound like it's good.
She must have a clear thought. That's not cloudy.
I mean, I guess
scrambling her brain.
I understand that.
I do too.
You don't make you make bad decisions when you're like fresh off a nice session, right? You're like before the sex, you're like, F that, I'm gonna tell him how I feel. I'm not putting up with that. And then after you get some good D, your hair's all messed up and you're like,
I love you, daddy. Yeah, it changes. It's the whole
like, you know what? I'm tripping. Maybe it wasn't that bad. But
yeah.
This is toxic. No, she's saying she does not want to be hunched into submission because he tends to do that to her.
I would think that's what you want, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you want that? What you want to be hunched into nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a goal here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let me be quiet.
So she goes celibate, and then he's forced to cheat. Then she could be like, I can't believe you cheated on me. And that's the out. And then she could go do a talk show without him, and she could live a life.
Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan.
Yeah, we can go on boats and stuff. Come hang with me, my girls. Bunch of bad,
Like, oh no, I'm getting divorced. Give me a spinoff, Carlos. Yeah, I can see it.
We go hang around and be around some NBA coaches and stuff, or some, golfers, whatever.
This is a scheme that Todd set up. This is amazing.
See, Dustin, and the fellas who's watching. This is how women think. Because one thing I know for sure, when a woman is ready to leave their man, they have planned it for years.
For sure.
Whereas a man is more spontaneous, impromptu. He does some good puss and just be like, I'm gonna leave my wife and my kids for 15 years. And then the lady leaves him for another guy, and then he wants to go back home. So that's what it is. Claudia, they say you are ruining the master plan that set behold you by all the women.
Yeah, that's girl talk. You are breaking girl code.
Well, it's fine. Ain't no straight man watching this.
Hey,
Yeah, but please, like one, maybe one.
Claudia,
Not the audience caught astray.
Claudia,
watching this.
Claudia, they watch it with their women.
So all our straight viewers, I'm sorry, dog.
Yeah, singular. Ralph. We're sorry. Ralph.
Oh God, Claudia is a mess. Okay, so before we get to Claudia's weekend, one more topic we have to discuss. So once again, y'all, Bell Collective is back every Friday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on the Oprah Winfrey Network. All right.
Carrie got to step it up. Sorry. Carrie got to step it up. Carrie got to step it up and try to connect more with the ladies, because Carrie just having an opinion on everything and then doing scenes with her family, talking about what's going on between Marie and Latrice. Y'all should be talking about something else. Her family is very interesting. Her mother has a great personality and a beautiful accent. I want to hear them talk about their shit. I want to hear more than just about what's going on with Brick and Spoon in where is it, Carlos? Mobile. I want to know more about what's going on. Where is it? Biloxi. I want to know more than about what's going on with Brick and Spoon closing. There's more depth there, and I feel like we're missing it. I love her relationship with her husband. Carrie got to step it up. I want her there. I want her to remain, but she's got to step it up, and that's that. Thank you.
No, listen.
My therapist is a raindrop, Carlos. I forgot to tell you.
Your therapist?
I said, "Now what's happening?" She's like, "I've been seeing you everywhere, Carlos." I said, "This is not how I thought we were going to start this." So, hey, girl. But yeah, so she wanted to shout out to my therapist. Hey, girl.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Hey, therapist, listen, keep your phone on. Blue may need you because we have, in the best way, because our next topic, we have to get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's the first time we're talking about this show, but I wanted to bring this clip to you guys. So raindrops, if you're watching Beverly Hills Housewives, you know there's a new cast member named Bose, and Bose is going through her fertility journey. She sat down with her fiance and her daughter, who's like 16 years old. She talks to him about the fact that, listen, similar to Quad's journey, the eggs unfortunately didn't take. And she's contemplating starting over again. But one thing she said was her fear of not giving her fiance a child because he does want one. He doesn't have any, and she was worried that will that leave resentment that you have for me, the fact that I was unable to produce a child. And then after that, he mentioned, well, how would you feel if I no longer had any income? So I want to start with Claudia with this one. You know, listen, do you think a lot of women are going through IVF because their man wants a child? And do you think it's fair that she's putting her body through all of this? She already has a kid, but she's doing it in fear of losing her man.
I think Bose, as successful and independent as she is, I don't think she's like a weak ass, pussy ass woman that would just do it just because of him. I think she has it in her. I don't think she would be talked into doing it. I don't think she'd be guilted into doing it. She strikes me as someone that's like, maybe it wasn't top of mind, but best believe I wouldn't do this if I didn't want to do it as well. You know what I mean? I don't feel that she's like, woe is me, or it's like she's like just doing it for him. But I think that's actually a noble thing, to do something that maybe wasn't, you've already done, and you want to do it for your partner so he can experience that same thing too. I think that's a beautiful thing. Shout out to her for doing that. But I also think that she may be underestimating herself and her worth. Like, I think he'll be fine to be with her. And, he knew he was getting with an older woman, right? And that's a possibility. And he chose to love her anyways. I think he loves her dirty draws and vice versa. And I think ideally they love to have a child, but I think that they are a couple that if they didn't, I think they would withstand. I've seen them recently, and the way he looks at her, the way she looks at him, at the luncheon for the NAACP awards. I mean, for the luncheon. And their vibe is just like, you meet a couple, you're like, I like them. I feel it.
I love that.
I don't think she's like she's desperate to like hang on to him, or I have to do this, or I'm gonna lose him. I don't feel like she's doing it out of like nervous, like a scarcity. Like, I'm gonna lose this man if I don't do it. I don't.
Dustin Ross.
Yeah, you know me. I'm all about a great scene. You know, Black love being shown on the screen and what that represents. I love the way that they were openly communicating about some tough shit to talk about. She expressed one of her worst fears, which was him resenting her or blaming her for them not having success with their fertility journey. He revealed one of his worst fears. What if I fall off? Would you still love me? You know what I'm saying? Like 50 said. So I think that was great communication. I love the fact that he led with clarity, right? He said, well, first of all, I still want to marry you. I love you. I want to be with you, kid or not. He looked at her beautiful daughter, Lael, and he said, I still want to call you stepdaughter or daughter at some point. It was just a very genuine conversation where each participant's intentions were made clear up front. And that's the kind of shit that works for me. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about anything when we lay the groundwork and then we know where we're coming from. Let's talk through it. I think that they definitely are in love, and her man look good together. He holds her down and allows her to shine as bright as she can, because she's such a magnetic, powerful woman with a beautiful life that she's built through hard work. It's a lot of layers here. You know what I'm saying? So miss me, because I've seen a lot of the conversation about what he said are offering up that scenario, that worst case scenario about his income faltering. That was him being vulnerable and honest. It was not no red fucking flag or none of that other bullshit I saw people saying, when they can't just appreciate a motherfucker having a adult conversation about important things that they need to talk about, right? With his beautiful Black woman on television. And look, right here, I don't trust him. Probably single, you know what I'm saying? Don't say Mrs. MAJSPE.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Oh my God.
I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a great scene. I think him and Bo's gonna be all right. And I love the way that they were communicating with each other.
And look, it worked out for Tammy Roman and her man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's another example. Like, she felt that pressure, and when she let it go, they seem very
Doing
happy
just
and
fine.
being loved properly. I love that.
How do I follow that?
Blue to Luzma, your therapist is watching you. So what do you have to say about this?
No, I'm gonna do her proud. First of all, damn Dustin.
I love you, friend.
I was trying to keep my face straight. I'm very bad at it. Yes, I agree with everything I've heard thus far. And I think there's two things. Number one, the thing that people are misidentifying as a red flag, I think, is them missing context. You know, let's say Dustin wanted to do a comedy show and he was dating somebody amazing. And he was like, hey, this is something I'm trying out. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, I still have a million other things going. And then he's having a vulnerable moment with his partner, and his partner's being like her. And then he says, well, if my comedy show didn't work out, would you still love me? And she's like, of course I would. And he's like, exactly. I'm doing something that I care about, but even if it doesn't work out, I know that we're bigger than this thing, right? So I think they missed the context that he was probably referencing, that I already know that you care about me regardless of money, the same way I need you to remember I care about you regardless of fertility. So I think people are like missing the context of the comment, because it felt like an ongoing conversation between a couple where he already knew her answer was no and was using it as an analogy to make her realize this means as little to me as money means to you, because we love each other that much, right? Second thing, I think there's also some healing in the baby journey, because she lost a child and then had a child with a man who passed away. So she does not know what it's like to have a father in her child's life who's even available. And so I think it's one of those things, and I think me and Claudia touched about this, when it comes to anything fertility related, you don't want false hope, and you're open for beautiful surprises. And so she probably thought, okay, this season of my life is over. And then meeting him reintroduced the possibility and gave her a chance to hope logically again. And so now she's like, oh, I just had a reason to hope. And now I'm having to grieve that I'm going to have to go back to resigning myself to maybe the season really is over. And so if you lost a child and had the opportunity to have another child with a man that you love in your second chapter of life, of course you're going to be excited about that in a way that you probably didn't know that you could ever be excited. And then to realize, oh, the eggs are not going to work out. There's a mourning in that. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's just about her being weak or not. I think she's mourning again something that she had already probably told herself to never having. And as a woman, there's a complicated vulnerability in that her being able to say to him and him holding her, to Dustin's point, with so much care and intentionality. I actually think it was the opposite of a red flag. It was a green flag to me.
I agree with all three of you. I thought it was a green flag because of this. I think you're looking at two people over 40, right? And when you're dating over 40, you have to have tough conversations. Everybody knows my journey of dating. Hey, Dustin, where you have, because me and Dustin talk, where I'm really big on having the tough conversations date one. Because I don't have time to waste. I just don't, right?
Same.
And I think when you're over a particular age, is an opportunity to make sure that you're not just wasting time. And I tell everybody, like, look, this ain't no shade, this ain't no beef. If we're not aligned on the same path where we're going, then let's not waste each other's time. So I thought it was two people saying, look, are you going to resent me? Let's talk about it now so that I can move on from this. And so the pain won't hurt as much. And I feel like he understands too, in this business of entertainment, me and Claudia talked about this too. This industry is broke. Okay. The money that was here 10 years ago has dwindled, and it's a lot of people are getting laid off. So it's not just this industry, it's just the world we live in. It's just the reality of where we are. So I thought as a man, he's like, if I do lose my job, what does that mean for us? Because when it comes to a man's identity oftentimes lies in his profession.
Sure does. I had a relationship go left just because of a job change on his side. And
Claudia.
And I loved him and I wanted to marry him. We talked about getting married, but it wasn't me wanting to leave him when it happened. It was him not feeling good about himself. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't love him through it. It's how he felt about himself next to me. He didn't even want to walk down a red carpet when he didn't have his job. He didn't want any attention on him. He didn't want none of that. And then anytime I got a booking, his reaction definitely changed from when he had a job to when he didn't. And it made me want to play small. And it's both people end up being miserable,
Yeah.
We fail men by not teaching them that they have more value outside of provision. I think as a society, we fail men when it comes to their emotional intelligence about where their value lies, because you can be in between blessings and you still have value. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of men don't know how to be in that gap between blessings. And I always say this, my issue is never with broke men. It's men who feel broken because they're broke. Because I can help you through a season, but if you hate yourself, to Claudia's point, there's nothing I can do to help you if you don't already like yourself.
It was horrible to watch it because I knew it was temporary. I'm like, I believed in him. Like, you're going to be fine. Like, it's going to be a year max probably. And he, got out of it, but it was after I couldn't take it anymore. It was just too, I thought that was
on his feet.
Yeah. Now. Yep.
Yeah. But it was that period to where, and that's real. Go ahead, Claudia.
Because it was so serious. When I break up though, like usually when it's like painful like that, I go full no contact. Full no contact, because like I was, when it's heartbreaking like that, because if not, you'll start finding yourself compromising with being with like a shell of the person you had. So I just got all the way out of the way. So yeah, but I wish him well. I do.
Yeah, and I agree. I think Bose and is it Keenan?
Keely.
Okay. Yeah. I think Bose and Keely will be fine. So
same.
Up next, the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 trailer came out, and a lot of people had a lot to say, including our very own Claudia Jordan, who trended on Twitter over the weekend.
Yes.
And before I get the opinions of Dustin and Blue and even myself, Raindrops, let us know in the comments what you thought of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 trailer. Claudia, you were at the NAACP Image Award. You looked absolutely
Thank you.
You look so good, friend.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That green was gorgeous.
Black designer, Sir Algernon, black designer that made it from scratch. I had one fitting and it fit perfectly.
Yes. Bomb. Erica
Yes.
was beautiful too. Shout out to Erica
Erica
Cobb.
did too, yeah.
That blue on her skin, just flawless, just gorgeous. But
You
okay,
look good.
thank you.
So Claudia, you made a comment about the Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer. You said it was giving Love and Hip Hop, and you are looking to see more reality shows where it's less drama, still some drama, but less attack. So I want to make sure I got you. Yeah. And a lot of people it was a mixed review. So I would like for you to explain your opinion based on why do you think that the Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer gave Love and Hip Hop?
Everyone's saying it, but I'm bold enough to say this shit on a red carpet in my designer gown for an Image Awards that I'm nominated for. Okay. So be mad. And every time, can we just put this one narrative to bed? I am being asked my opinion of a show.
Right.
It is not me asking the interviewer, can I talk about Atlanta Housewives? Because I want to be on there so badly. Please stop. I'm asked the question, as well as a lot of other things I asked me. So now that we got that out the way, I get sick and tired of having to say this and explain it like I'm talking to 5-year-olds. Like as opinionated as people on the comments who have zero experience on television shows in the business or even around these people, at least I have a year in there.
Right.
So I am more than qualified to speak on this, even if I never had a day on a set of a reality show, much like you guys are all in the comments. Neighborhood Talk, The Shade Room, Boss Up, Baller Alert, Hollywood Unlocked. Y'all be doing the thing. So can we just get that out the way? We're all equal. We can all speak on the things that we see. Now that we have that out the way, yes, it looked a little bit different this year, but I'm not necessarily mad at it. I actually think the trailer, to me, seems a little interesting and exciting. I'm interested in seeing Pinky's storyline. I really am now. And I didn't know much about her. Like, yes, it gave Love and Hip Hop. And then the attack was, well, you're on Love and Hip Hop. Yes, the fuck I am. You know why? Because we're in a recession. And they pay me every time I go there. Okay. So until I get my Dallas show or New York or another show, I will take a 4 or 5 figure check to make an appearance on a show. I will be on Zeus. I will be on VH1.
Come get your baddies chain, Claudia. Come get your baddies chain.
All that shit. If there's an Instagram reality, y'all can call me. I will do low-end Tubi movies, medium-end Tubi movies, movies that are in the theaters and did. I'll do all that. Because guess what?
Rent is too damn high.
I pay all my bills. My mortgage is ridiculous. My car insurance is $700. My home insurance is more than that. Like my bills are high. So yes,
nice house too,
y'all, my house is beautiful and it's being remodeled. And I still have like about 3 more things I want to do that are going to be like a lot of money. So guess what? I will be with
Wendy. Not too many renovations.
I will be with the Love and Hip Hop girlies. and Drew called me and said, I want you to come do some stuff with Atlanta. I will be there. I'm gonna be the Ty I'll be the straight version of Ty. I'll be on all the reality shows. Okay. But I have a contract.
You say it? Oh, you said it. Okay.
Wow. I said, listen, when have I not?
It's getting hot here.
Okay. So they said I need Jesus. Okay. So what I said was, yes, it was giving more Love and Hip Hop, but I wasn't dragging it. I actually thought the trailer looks interesting. I think it looked interesting, but it definitely, y'all could be delusional, y'all in watching. Y'all can be delusional if you want and fool yourselves to act like what we see now is anything like what Housewives was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's not. It looks different. The tone is different. It's more aggressive. It's more like, and I don't mean that as a dig at Black women. Don't get me wrong, okay? It's more like fiery. Before it was more like verbal jars, but now you see people getting ready to buck up and all that. I'm not actually mad at it. It looks like it's interesting. But then I also said on that same interview, which no one picked this part up, everybody says they talk shit about the shows that are ghetto or fighting or the Love and Hip Hops or the Zeuses. But then when people try to do positive reality shows with less drama, what do y'all do? You don't support it with the ratings like you do the shows that have all the drama. So which one do you want? 6 or 7? Which one do you want? Call back.
Not the cats got called back in. Lord,
what do y'all want? I mean, I like the bougie style of Housewives show, and I'm also kind of here for this next season. I think it looks like it's gonna be interesting. So, in the words of DMX, What you niggas want from me? I don't really know. What do y'all want from me? I'm always wrong to some of y'all. I'm always wrong. I'm always wrong when I say the same things y'all saying on your group chat. But it's because me and I did one season. I can't speak on it. Fuck y'all. How about that?
The Aries is loud tonight. The
Yes,
Aries energy is very loud
my
tonight.
iron is coming back, I think.
Mhm. I see it, friend.
It is. You have a lot of iron, Mike Tyson. So the thing is this. You like that? I will say this. I respectfully disagree with you, right? And that's the beauty of this panel, right?
Yes.
I did not get Love and Hip Hop when I watched it. I understood what you were trying to say in terms of the tone you felt. I felt like you were talking about the tone, and you explained that. That's what. Yeah. So I didn't get that. I watched it. I enjoyed it. I thought, listen, trailers nowadays are just a snapshot of what the season is. I do agree that trailers no longer are a coming attraction or a sneak peek of the full movie. It really isn't. Trailers, back in my day, trailers were, you put your best foot forward. And I think nowadays with social media, a lot of networks don't want to give too much away. And I also think they try to scale things back. And unfortunately, it just leaves people coming up with different scenarios, whether it's too much or it's too less. Because I did see people say they were underwhelmed by it, right? The thing that I saw was, listen, this is a whole new world in terms of what they're entering. K. Michelle's on it, Pinky's on it. And I thought for me, it was a trailer that gave me enough to where I'm looking forward to the season. And that's what you said too, Claudia. I didn't get Love and Hip Hop though. Before I move on to Blue and Dustin, I do want you to address this because I agree with you. I know people like to put words in your mouth, and I want to have the opportunity for you to address it. There were people saying, Claudia, that they felt that you sang and gave Love and Hip Hop was because K. Michelle is in it. And I wanted you to be able to clear the air about that.
And if I did, so what?
Well,
she was a standout from Love and Hip Hop. Why are we playing dumb here and trying to find some coded insult in there that I'm it's like it's more than it is? Like, please stop with that nonsense. She was a standout on Love and Hip Hop. She was hilarious. And I'm speaking of someone who was very good friends with Mimi, who they got into it. I can still be objective. She was hilarious on that show, and she gave good TV, shaking the table. We love that. What is wrong with that? And then, I mean, I'm not. It's not a dig to me. I mean, why can't people see it? Like, I'm actually on Love and Hip Hop, and I went the other way, right? From Housewives to Love and Hip Hop. There's a lot of cross promotions. A lot of these shows, we talked about some of these other shows with the controversy that was around Married to Medicine and some of these other shows, people talking about like the crossing of shows and all that, and casts going from one show to the next. It's just kind of a different time now where it's like not as looked down upon, and I'm not even mad at it. I'm not. It's established a person in reality that we know that they're gonna bring it. It's not like trying an unknown where we don't know how it's gonna go. I'm not mad at it, and it's not like I don't think K. Michelle is bringing the franchise down at all. I think she's actually going to be hilarious. And now that I see how it all works, at first I ain't gonna lie, I was like, how's it going to be? But when I saw the trailer, it looked very entertaining. I mean, some people can say overwhelming, but like, again, we all have different opinions. I'm not trashing the lady for being on the show. I'm not even saying she's bringing it down, but they want me to say that. Yeah. They want it to be a negative. And people have been trying to use K. Michelle for that thing. Like, you say anything about it, it's like, I'm not doing that to a Black woman. I'm not doing that to her. So y'all can come up with whatever narratives y'all want in the comments. As a NAACP nominee, now I'm not addressing it anymore.
Blue, thank you, Claudia. I want to make sure you address that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Blue, what are your thoughts?
First question, Claudia, which one is 6 and which one is 7? It's been bothering me since we started.
6 is the old one because I was dating a guy that was trying to be a rapper, a struggle rapper, and he called himself the $6 million man. He wanted to have a baby with me. I said, can we just start with a cat first? And for his ego, I was like, I named the cat after you. That's your son.
The orange one, Blue.
Okay, I meant the color. Thank you. I was like, oh, so which color is that?
And the little one is 7 because 7 is my favorite number because I play craps. And the Lord,
okay,
okay. It took the Lord 7 days to make, the world, and I'm a Christian.
So 7 is the gray one and 6 is the orange one. I love Dustin sit up here translating for me.
I speak Claudia fluently.
Thank you. Sorry, okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you. Hi, 7. It's so funny. I don't know if the trailer gives love and hip hop. I do feel like the exchange between K. Michelle and Drew Sidora definitely does. So it's almost like Drew, I always thought would be great on a show like Love and Hip Hop because she comes ready to play, and then the women sometimes get a little bit, holier than thou with her. And so it feels like she wants somebody to have a fun little kiki with, and she can take it. You know what I mean? She's actually really good at taking it. They're constantly swiping at her. And unlike the Ashley Darbys of the world, I don't think she's a one-trick pony. She got a new trick every season. I love it, right? So I think the Drew and K. Michelle of it all might be reminiscent of Love and Hip Hop. But what I saw was something that Claudia mentioned is it does feel like they're leaning towards a younger demographic, like they're refreshing it because the original OG Atlanta Housewife fans are like in their 50s now, right? Like the fandom has actually aged, but it feels like they're reaching back to get more of the younger demographic, and that might be what people are responding to. Even the colors, I was like, this feels very Bratz doll. Everything was very white and pink.
It looks different.
It looks like a Bratz doll commercial on Nickelodeon. Later, I was like, what's happening? It's very alive. Blue's Clues, Gracie's Corner. So clearly they want a younger demographic, okay? Them colors don't say perimenopause. I know perimenopausal colors. It's not pink. So
tell me about it.
I'm gonna stop sipping. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, though, it looks like a good time. That's my opinion. Hit it, Dustin.
My friends are crazy.
They are, Dustin.
Yes.
As Claudia is rubbing her cat, and Blue is go ahead, Dustin.
All right, so unpopular opinion here, but I still ain't nobody told me what the fuck it giving love and hip hop even means. You know what I'm saying? What does that even mean? It was nothing about that trailer felt like I was watching an episode of Love and Hip Hop, and I don't think nothing is wrong with Love and Hip Hop. So I'm offended by even the idea of it, right? For people saying the show changed, is so different now. Let's break it down. In the trailer, you have Portia accusing Kelly of sleeping with a married man. Hello, season 1, they accused Kim Zolciak of sleeping with a married man, and it became one of the biggest storylines that carried all the way over into the season fucking 10 reunion. Okay. Oh, it's Love and Hip Hop because they holding K. Michelle back from fighting Drew. Season 1 on the reunion couch, Lisa was holding Nene back from lunging at Kim.
It's true. Oh my God. Yeah,
what are y'all talking about? Like, we're talking about financial. Pinky has financial issues. Sheree was going through financial hell season 1. Didn't know if she was gonna have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of.
2, 3,
it's
4.
not a departure from the original formula of the show, and I don't understand what people even mean when they say it's giving love and hip hop. No, the fuck it's not. And if you homophobic, don't say it's giving nothing, because that's black gay slang that y'all have reappropriated and taken and ran with. So that's another thing. Are you Bible thumpers who have a problem with homosexuals and the LGBTQ plus and don't even take the time and have the patience to remember the order of the letters? Don't say shade, tea is given. Don't say none of that shit. All that is black gay slang, but that's another lesson for another time. I don't think this is quote unquote giving love and hip hop. I think it looked like a very interesting trailer. Pinky Cole is a personal friend of mine. I've been knowing Pinky for years. When I hosted 2 seasons of a show called Bet on Black on Revolt, Pinky and I were the only people that came back. The judges panel changed and Pinky remained. Pinky is a serial entrepreneur that's been very honest about the ups and downs of business and entrepreneurship. That's going to read well with the audience. She just made headlines today for filing bankruptcy without shame. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Pinky has a beautiful family. There's 5 children in her family. Like, there's a lot of story there. And Pinky is very vocal. She speaks up. Her and K. Michelle, I believe, are sorority sisters. We have the insults flying between Pinky and Angela in the trailer. Angela called her Papa Smurf and Mr. Clean. They talked about how each other looked the entirety of season 1. Remember, Lisa Wu just called Nene a moose about 2-3 weeks ago in the media. They've been talking about body shaming, talking about how people look. So miss me, particularly with the it's giving love and hip hop shit, because I hate that whole conversation. Enjoy the show. That's all it is. Enjoy the damn show.
Media?
Huh?
Lisa Wu is still trending on stuff?
Baby, she got friends. She got drunk at the damn. Remember when they did the Ultimate Girls Road Trip, stopping in Atlanta, Nene's return to Bravo? She was there because she's a season 1 cast member. Apparently, she got drunk and was being drunk and starting shit with Nene, saying Nene overlooked her when she was mentioning the people there. She created a scene. Nene tweeted or posted in the comments like, girl, bye AA. You know what I'm saying? Like telling her to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. So I say all that to say all the things that people are attributing to giving love in hip hop have been present since the day this fucking show came on the air. Miss me with the conversation and just enjoy the show. April 5th, right? April 5th. Yeah.
Well, I feel like you're speaking to me because I said the comment.
I'm not.
But
I'm not
everything
you.
you said
You just said it's a ton of people saying it. I'm the only one that said it on the carpet. So I'm not talking to you.
Well,
I'm talking to the people that's saying that.
I'm not appropriating anything. I just want to say, I think that, yes, you're right. A lot of those things happened before, but we can't, things got more. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that didn't make the cut. Carlos knows that, but things started to get a little more ratchet in some seasons. Okay. Where before it would be more verbal and things, there was a lot more frequency of things getting physical. I do think I think the tone of the season looks different than prior trailers. Like the overall trailer looked like that. Now that doesn't mean the season's gonna be like that, but it definitely looks like younger, faster, quicker, like a lot more of that, and less like hoity-toity, a nasty read with a glass of wine. It's more like and I think that's what I took from it. From as far as like, to me, I felt like that it looked a little bit more towards that vibe of love.
It feels like you're saying the same
wait a minute, hold on, Blue. So the qualifiers we have at this point, right, for really looking like love and hip hop, was it not having hoity-toity people and having a little bit more
Well, it's more than that. It's the trailer looked a lot different than the past. It looked
in what way? Like I just feel like we gotta be clear, because to me, not you. Let me be clear, right? Because I'm not talking about.
No, and this is a good discussion because.
But it is me though. We are talking.
Continue to hit. You said what?
But it is me though, because we're talking about.
But I'm not talking about your opinion. I'm speaking to the issue. So I just want to be clear on that. I'm not like challenging how you felt about it. I'm not challenging that. I'm just saying. I think a lot of times like people continue to repeat things that they've heard. This person ain't got no storyline. The ratings is low. It's giving love in hip hop. Like you hear one person say it, you hear people say it all the way through, and nobody ever clearly defines like what it means. I don't think in my opinion, right, as far as like what love and hip hop is or whatever, I didn't feel like the trailer mirrored that. Felt like a Housewives trailer to me.
And I'll get to you second, Blue. As somebody who worked on Atlanta Housewives and Love and Hip Hop, right? I will say this. In the earlier days, it was extremely apparent, the distinction of the show, right? Yeah. Based on these sort of broad strokes that was sort of like paintbrush on it, right? So yes, Atlanta Housewives was always seen as the sort of upper echelon Black female ensemble show. Yep. Love and Hip Hop was seen as the more gritty show. As somebody who worked on both, what I will say is this. I've always believed that both shows deserve the same amount of respect in terms of, as Black people, we're all trying to figure things out. And yes, there were tons of figuring moments. I mean, my girl Sheree pulled Kim's wig season 2, episode 4, right? It was always this intersection that was very clear. The only difference was, and this is again, I'm speaking as producer only, not a viewer, was the sort of tonality of how it was presented, right? Sheree pulling Kim's wig was no different to me than Jocelyn getting into with Carly Rae. The only difference was Sheree had on Chanel, and at that time, Jocelyn had on, what she had on. So what I do think is happening as we fast forward, right? And this is what I want to get to Claudia's comment about just shows being dramatic, because there are people who do feel like, well, can there be a show about Black women who get along? As somebody who creates shows, I'll even say this. At the end of the day, when people are at home, they want entertainment. And you do have the sort of high, it's what Tyler Perry, he said this, I'm not calling y'all this is what he said. Tyler Perry said that it's these uppity Negroes, right? Who feel like, why are you showing this and why are you showing that? And listen, I get shade for my own shows too. But for me, I never go into any of my shows thinking more or less of this. I go into, can we show the reality of what y'all are going through, right? And in the midst of that, when you get people together, something dramatic is going to happen. If we hung out for 3 months, we're going to get into argument, right? Because we're the four of us are very type A personalities. So I say all of that to say, I do think there's room for both. And last but not least, there's a show I was watching over the weekend called The CEO Club.
I was just about to.
On Amazon Prime. Is EP by Serena Williams. It's Serena Williams, Wendy Harlow, Lauren Reniger,
Hannah Brofman.
Yes.
Why don't I know about this?
Yes. So that's my point.
Yeah.
There is a show that I binged over the weekend called the CEO Club on Amazon Prime. It's not getting any press. It's not getting any traction. And let's have a real conversation because of y'all, not the three of y'all, meaning the audience. So those same people who want it, there's a show out there that Dustin, the historian, hasn't even heard of.
Yeah.
Because y'all aren't watching it. Y'all claim y'all want it. Y'all was dissing Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Oh my God, it's so boring. Nothing's happening. And the show got canceled after 2 seasons.
Which is a damn shame.
I do think this. I no longer subscribe to can the show be A or B. I'm at the point in my career where can the show be good? Can I get a cast who wants to work? Can I get a cast who clocks in? Can I get a cast who's not going to go on social media and blame production for how they acted, and because social media read them, they want to read Carlos King? I want a cast to where you knocked on my door, signed to do the show, and then when you got there, I ain't talking about that. That's too personal. We need to talk more about that versus whether something seems to be dramatic. And at the end of the day, is what you guys want.
I agree.
They do want that. That's why the bar keeps moving. And again, it's not meant to be a diss. It's meant to say, in my opinion, this square thinks it's just different. It just looks different than what it used to be.
Yeah. Can I just add some language though? Because Dustin asked a really great question and I do want us to answer because it's not rhetorical. There actually is an answer for it. Dustin said we say things and he's right that we don't define. And I actually do think that Claudia is, she's targeting something or picking up on something that we do need to define to clarify for the audience. If you are looking at reality to be like a dial, can we all be honest that there's a dial from mainstream to high class Black to nigga shit? Can we all be honest, right?
Yes.
And so shows like CEO Club, which I was actually going to mention, so I'm happy you mentioned it, which I also binged because I was like, this is so wholesome. I feel like my credit score went up just watching this and having it playing in the background. It's a bunch of Serena Williams and good whites just being really lovely to each other and signing checks for venture capitalist funds. Like, oh my God, this is amazing, right?
Hey, Hannah Brofman.
I love Hannah Brofman. You are my girl. So from the Serena CEO soup, and they call that a docuseries, right? When it's really mainstream and white adjacent, it's called a docuseries. When it's super, super, super ratchet, it's considered the love and hip hop turn of the dial all the way up. And the middle of the dial, unfortunately, is the bougie Blacks. I think what Claudia is responding to is there were moments where I don't even know if Kim Zolciak can fight because she doesn't have to know how to fight to be on that show, right? So there were moments where Atlanta hovered in the middle as bougie Black. Then it would sometimes dial up towards ratchet. And then the last couple of years, it dialed right back down to almost boring, right? The dial for Atlanta keeps moving. So to Dustin's point, he's right. There were times where Atlanta was kissing nigga shit. But then to Claudia's points, there were several years when it dialed back down to the bougie blacks. And I think because it's been so boring or safe for the last couple of years, I think she's accurately picking up on an uptick towards ratchet nigga shit. But to Dustin's point, they've done ratchet nigga shit before. So I think you're both actually right.
Mm-hmm.
The Dow just moving with that show. That was just my opinion.
Yeah, and the thing is something that evolves. So what I want to do is when the trailer dropped, K. Michelle and Drew got into a war of words, okay? And I want to read you guys exactly what happened. So the trailer dropped. Drew Sidora, Claudia's cousin, said...
It's your real cousin?
Her, Eric Benet, and Michael Jordan. I told y'all a million times. I will see them all at the family.
Y'all always leave Barbara out.
Because she be acting funny sometimes, but we don't be around her like that.
I'm so naive. I was like, that's your real cousin?
No. So when the trailer dropped, Drew Sidora said, "Welcome to the jungle, K. Michelle and Pinky Cole. Keeping it peachy just got a whole lot wilder. The Real Housewives of Atlanta returns April 5th. K. Michelle responded, "Yes, Drew, spell check and all. You're almost there, little lady. But why would I get attention from you when you barely made the cut? I have to save you, right? Tell the people why you are just narrating. No worries. I got you. Every time, beauty. I never get any thanks that deserve." Drew Sidora responded, "Barely made the cut. I'm 5 seasons in. You thought I was an easy target, but you got the right one. See you April 5th at 8 p.m. on Bravo. Hakuna Matata." K. Michelle, "Girl, thank you. You are the lying king. Roar." Drew Sidora said, "If I'm the lying king, you just a yodeling hoot. Making noise for attention, no power, no truth." Dustin Ross, who has a sold-out show March 17th with a second one added on the same night in New York City. What are your thoughts on these war of words? Did anybody win the war to you in this battle?
No, it was a draw to me because both of them was corny, in my opinion, but entertaining nonetheless, right? Entertainment, lighthearted, jabs back and forth. This is what you want the housewives to do. A lighthearted, witty, verbal exchange, you know what I'm saying, over at social media. They've been doing this shit since the beginning. Let's take it back to the write a blog days when they wrote a blog on bravo.com and talk shit the entire time. So this is nothing new for the crowd that says, the phrase that must not be said. But yeah, shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was great. Give me more, give me more, give me more. I can't wait for the season. This is exactly what I want them to be doing.
Blue?
I honestly think it's wonderful. I think if Angel had come in with this kind of energy, we'd like her more. So I just feel like after watching, Sadness and whatnot for the past however many episodes of that other franchise, it's nice to see housewives back to being housewives and not having to go to therapy sessions for like different scenes. So this is the levity that makes the show fun. They're both in on the joke, to Dustin's point. It's fun when everybody's in on the joke. Everybody's acting like they're doing a reenactment of Paris is Burning. We all here for the key, right? Kiki, the shade. Shade means you ugly. I ain't even gotta say it, right? I love that Paris is Burning quote. But no, I love this iteration of it because I think this is what's gonna pull the viewers back. Because last season got a little bit dark. There was a cloud over the last season or two that made me feel like, is this franchise over? It feels rejuvenated to me. So I actually am very much looking forward to K. Michelle and Drew Sidora just tugging on each other's wigs all season long.
Honestly. Yes, ma'am.
Claudia?
I also thought it was a little corny. I'm like, I guess I don't know what the backstory is enough about why is there already so much beef between Drew and K. Michelle, like out the gate. Damn, and we haven't seen it yet, so we don't know. I heard, of course, little things, but Yeah, again, it's an injection, a shot in the arm to give some energy back on the show. We love certain things about last season, Angela Oakley mainly.
Absolutely.
But now there's other reasons. It doesn't have to just be all on Angela's back to carry the season. Like we see there's other potential, not just overly done storylines, like some fresh stuff. Like what, really? Who knew there was beef between Kay and Michelle and a Drew? And now we know. So I'm looking forward to it. It seems like it's gonna be exciting. So I just hope no one. I don't want to see any fights. I want verbal, because I see that on the other show.
One thing about Claudia that I respect, you don't back down.
She's an Aries. Are you serious? Come on.
Well, that's why I love her and Dustin, because they both just listen. They both are the equivalent of I said what I said. Like,
yeah, and it's okay. And it's okay. It's not
that.
even like it's not personal for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. And that's how you have a healthy debate. So listen, in case you guys haven't heard with Drew's numerous posts, the Real Housewives of Atlanta returns Sunday. Because baby, June promoting, baby. It returns Sunday, April 5th. And what I say to you, I'll say this much. There is something about Atlanta that just drives me up the wall in the best way possible. I literally cannot wait to recap this show with y'all.
Me either.
It's gonna be a mess.
Oh, Blue. There is something about this show that when we talk about it, there's people who text me that's on the show that be like, I heard what y'all saying. But nonetheless, let's get into another show that people are watching and texted me last week. So we need to get into the Real Housewives of Potomac Part 3 reunion. I want to start off by addressing me getting dragged on Twitter all day today.
Hey, what you do now, friend?
We're gonna talk about it. So raindrops, come in. Come in.
I missed it.
And the beauty of this panel is, as y'all saw earlier, we all keep it real with each other. It's like The View. We can disagree, get a little boom boom. Once we log off, we don't think about it no more. So Claudia, Dustin, and Blue, feel free to say what you got to say. Before we get into the rest of the reunion, I would like to address me getting dragged on Twitter because Dustin, I'm being serious. I'm getting dragged because Gizelle Kobe Bryant, a name I gave her, did not have a package this reunion. And they are dragging me because they said I am the one that, said she's a force multiplier. How, Gizelle Kobe Bryant is now riding the bench. How dreadful that, Gizelle, who you call the star of the show, had no package. She lost her seat to Wendy and all these things. So listen, I understand the optics, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm here to say this. Obviously, it's not great. It's not great. Mm-hmm. It ain't great. It ain't great. As a Gizelle apologist, I'm teasing.
Please don't be. Jesus Christ.
I'm actually a Porsche apologist, but hey, Claudia.
Oh my God, that's breaking news. Who knew? Wow. Somebody clip this and give it to the Shade Room. Oh, revelation.
This show is so nasty that we're all dragging each other tonight. Anyways, Claudia, like I was saying, no, all jokes aside, it's not great. It's not great. And the reason why it's not great is because, and I'm going to say it, it's not great because they actually kept it in the episode. It's not great because they kept that moment in the episode.
And Andy's reaction.
Yeah. And it was, listen, it's what I always tell the girls who reach out to me or who I mentor or who I work with. you should never get comfortable. I'm not saying Gizelle's comfortable. What I'm saying is, if I was Gizelle Kobe Bryant, I would be worried because they kept that in, and that to me is sending a message, and it's sending a message for us to talk about. You're only as good as your last episode. You're only as good as your last season. There's plenty of girls who had better seasons that aren't on the show. And not having a package means, yes, you don't have a storyline. That's exactly what it means. I'm not here to mince words. When you don't have a package, that absolutely means you unfortunately did not have a storyline that was worthy of a 3-part reunion. Not 1 part, not 2, but 3. And it is concerning. And for me, it goes to show you that you could be the face of the show, the force multiplier, and all these things, but you have to be more than just, I throw shade, I move story forward, I do all these things. In my opinion, I think Gizelle is still one of the greatest. But yes, having no package, I would be concerned.
Also, like, when she gave her own, she said, fuck it, I'm gonna give my own package, my own recap. And she said she was dating a congressman, this, that, and the other, and then all the drama around the fathers, the money and all that. Like, the fans were definitely gypped. You know what I mean? Like, that could have been, maybe you can allude to your dating. Maybe you don't show the congressman, because I understand that it's very hard for them to go on a show like that. They can't. But like, do it like how Kim Zolciak had Mr. Big and just or whatever his name, Big Papa. Show that you got something going on and that it's a big secret, and then let that be the storyline. Let everybody try to figure out who it is. But I think she missed an opportunity to have. She could have had a really popping storyline, actually, because that's interesting. The family drama. Will she or will she not win the court case? You know, who the hell is she dating that's in politics, living in DC, in the DC area? Like, I think that would have been highly entertaining and good for her, you know, and good for her. Because, yeah, now having a package, that's damn near front of the show. And as much as Ashley gets dragged, she had a package, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she had a package. She had one. Claudia, you being a reality star, would you be concerned if you were Gizelle?
Hell yeah. When I was on Housewives and y'all never showed my stand-up comedy, I said, oh, I know I ain't coming back next season.
Oh, shit.
Y'all did the whole photo shoot. I had everybody there. I fucking killed it at the show. Y'all didn't show it. I said, oh, I already know. And then someone suggested I pretend I was dating an R&B singer, but I didn't do it. But anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. But I think Gizelle, because of her status with that show, she'll be back next season. But if it's like 2 seasons like that, hell yeah. But yeah, absolutely. Of course I mean something. And like you said, they kept that in the show. I don't have a package because they pointed it out even more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, show it.
Why did it feel like you were preemptively reading her reality eulogy at the beginning? I was like, damn. They were like, do you like her? Because you convincing me she shouldn't come back. The hell?
I love her, but I gotta listen. I work these reunions listen, I know what happens in these meetings. That's why I said to the raindrops, Blue, I said, let's be clear. There's a meeting that lasts up. There's a meeting that lasts up to an hour where you talk about the seating assignment.
Yeah.
On these reunions. It's not happenstance. These are everything you're seeing on these shows. There's thought, there's process. Is very methodical, right? When you don't have a package, that means that for a 3-part reunion, that's not great. And I'm not going to sit there and say, well, no, I'm gonna be real. I still love her. I think she's great for the show still. But yes, I do think everybody should look at their career and say, am I too comfortable? Do I need to step it up? It's the reason why I worked 6 jobs, because I'm just like, I don't, you never want to rest on your laurels. And I thought it was a strong message. And again, if I was Gizelle, I would definitely be a little worried.
But think about it, though. Her strongest moments were part of other people's packages. So even though Gizelle didn't get a package, we still saw her strongest moments. That is her fault, right? If all your strongest moments are tethered to other full-fleshed, even Angel. If all your big moments are parts of somebody else's package, you've kind of given it away, but you don't have your own thing that's housed with you. And I think that kind of speaks to how she showed up this season. I do think it's an accurate display of how she showed up. I'm shocked that Ashley got a package, right? She might have negotiated that to stay back. I will say this though, Gizelle being in the middle of the couch, I think had she not been so seasoned and been a veteran, she probably would have been at the edge of the couch with a Jazzy in them, right? Like she really did not have much of her own thing going on. And the thing about her mother and stuff, I mean her stepmom and the thing, they did that last season, Claudia, and it didn't do anything with the audience. So I think the things that she's mentioning, they tested and nobody cared. I don't think we were robbed. I think nobody cared. And for Gizelle and Ashley, I know that Ashley works overtime when the cameras are off so that we care when the cameras are on. Gizelle goes home to her kids, which is great, right? I think the show is getting away from her. I think the Wendy of it all and the Karen of it all, even the Angel of it all, got so much bigger that she kept on feeling like a very prominent supporting character in other people's stories. And she's been doing this for a while and gotten away with it. She's gonna actually have to find her own story time. And how did we find out about the congressman, Claudia? Because they were asking Ashley about dating a politician. She was like, "Oh, I thought you were talking about my politician."
Mm-hmm.
There was a desperation in that. Even the way we find out about her information feels desperate. Her grip is loosening more than she realizes. And I think Andy sees it because when they said, "Well, Gizelle doesn't have a package," and he was like, "Well,"
and she should be worried because you guys are familiar with Drake, how he bets on major sporting events, and whenever he bets on that team or that game, that team always loses. Mm-hmm. Carlos King, I think you're the Drake of reality because you were really going hard for Mia, and then she was gone, and then now Gizelle, and she got no package, and I'm a little bit scared now.
Don't let Carlos speak for you, Claudia. He's the angel of death.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. At the end of the day, okay? Nene Leakes, Teresa Giudice. Don't play with me. Okay.
I'm not playing all your picks, but
I'm just saying. But my thing is this: let the record show you're talking about Potomac. Okay. So it's less about me. It's more about these girls understanding how the show works that I help build where they're able to have the job.
Okay, so you're Drake for Potomac. You're Drake for Potomac.
It's a seasonal Drake. You're a seasonal Drake. It depends on the season location.
Yeah. Everything else you batting, 1,000. Just
I made Stacey Rush my reality star.
Oh, don't say her name. Don't say her name. And be over
shit, Stacey about to be gone, y'all. Don't say her name.
Well,
go ahead, Dustin.
As a person with a package, my package is very important to me. Okay.
What are we talking about?
I covet it, and me having a package that is represented and presented in the best light is important to me and to my core. So I can only imagine that as a reality star, having a package would be just equally as important to me. Gizelle got to step it up. Stop lying and living your life behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Put your man on the front. Get a nigga that's willing to film with you. You know what I'm saying? Put your I can only remember maybe one scene this entire season 10 in Gizelle's crib. And when you in her house, because you never forget how her house looks. So you know where you at. And I didn't see but not one scene. I only remember maybe one scene in her house. So that's Gizelle's deficiency. You know what I'm saying? She needs to figure out a way to add more to the story when it comes to her, and hopefully she will. I don't think she's in danger of removal from the cast by any means. I think that she just needs to step it up, and I think she'll stand on them stovepipe legs, like Karen said, and she'll stand up. She'll step it up. So I'm with it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be very transparent in this one. So, Dustin, I may have to have you do this one for me.
Okay.
Because I do not want to get emotional.
Okay. What you want me to say?
Okay. So we need to get into Wendy's package. Okay. So let's get to that. I'm gonna get that out the way, and then we'll go back and talk about Monique and Stacey because there's an update that we have. All right. in an effort not to cry on camera, because I don't like doing that, what I will say is I can't talk about the Wendy and Eddie situation without me getting choked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a very serious situation. And just like all of us have friends in the business, my bias will show in terms of the love I have for Wendy, who in real life is a friend who texts on birthdays. You know, when she talked about October 9th is when the police came to her door, she texted me, because my birthday's October 2nd, and she texted me, I want to say the day before or something, just saying, oh my gosh, happy belated birthday. And we and her have a great rapport. It was very hard to watch her go through the line of questioning, and I can't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard for me to watch it.
Yeah.
So, Dustin, can you do me a favor and just explain the Wendy and Eddie moment?
For sure. I think that number one, the other ladies, her fellow cast members, gave her a lot of grace. There was not a grilling of sorts that took place. I think Andy asked some pretty direct questions that Wendy answered as honestly as she could, or as detailed, with as much detail as she could. She talked about the timeline of her home being burglarized and the accusations or allegations that the state of Maryland is bringing to her. And so she said as much as she could. She was so detailed and open in her speech and dialogue on the stage that Karen told her to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And so that was like a real thing. People feel like Wendy overshared. Some people feel like she may have put her case in jeopardy in some way by speaking so freely on the stage. I don't know. I'm not no lawyer. I'm not here to make those determinations, but that's kind of where it went. And every time Wendy talked about details related to the case, she made it personal. When she had an opportunity to respond to negative comments that were made about her, she declined to respond to them, saying that she was going through so much that she couldn't worry about the opinions of other people. She talked about her children and the discovery of the robbery and things like that. So she made it really personal, which kind of, I'm assuming, created that response that you're having right now, Carlos, where it's emotional for you, right? She personalized the headlines in a way that made some of us have empathy for her on that stage. But she also, to some people's determination, was talking too much and was too cocky and arrogant and not present enough in the trauma and turmoil that she's currently going through. So whatever your take is, it was a very raw look into her situation. And I personally was surprised that the Ashleys and Gizelle's and hell, Angel and Kiana's, because both of them weren't in the best place with Wendy at the time. I was surprised that they did not go deeper or further into Wendy's situation. I was actually pleasantly surprised that they didn't, because it showed a little humanity.
Agreed. And I thought from the time we got the news about Wendy that this reunion was going to be held. I think I even said I'd be surprised if she showed up, because a lawyer probably tell her not to. And kind of like what Karen was saying, you saying too much, like get her in trouble. So yeah, to me though, it made me be a little bit more nervous for her, because when you know it's like nothing, right, surface, you're like, we're gonna get all little jabs in. But if you really feel like this is some real shit right here with her, and she seems like a woman that's nervous, not saying that she's guilty at all. I do not know the facts of the case. I'm not saying that at all. But it is. You don't have to be guilty to be nervous about a case, right? There's plenty of people that go to prison that just didn't have the best legal defense, or if they want to get you, they're gonna get you, or technicality or whatever. It just looked like a woman that is scared. Even if her husband did it and she didn't, because it did come out that she had nothing to do with the paying the bills, the mortgage, and all that. She trusts her husband totally. Imagine being that. This is just hypothetical. Imagine being in that position where you love your man, you're down for him, and you know you gotta put out a united front to the world because you're on reality TV. Plus, that's your husband. And then something like this happens, even if you have nothing to do with it, you can't throw him under the bus. You have to just keep your mouth shut and take the arrows that are coming at you, all while saying, I'm just worried about I do not envy her position, but I will say, I agree with you, Dustin. Like, I love that the women didn't take that opportunity to kick her when she was down, but it also made me feel like, damn, maybe it is more dire for her than we may think. And I hope it's not, hope it's not, but that's what
She
I say.
looked good. She looked the fuck good. I'll say that. While she was talking about it, she looked great. And I love the fact that she was dabbing her makeup and you could see that full finger length ring she had on when she was going.
She looked bomb this whole season. All the outfits,
so
the hair,
pretty.
everything. She came with it.
Shout out to Paris Shea.
Yeah, no, she looked great. Blue.
I felt probably the most empathy that I've ever felt with Wendy watching episode 3, because here's the thing that a lot of people in the audience do not understand. When we watch someone who is very prideful, because I have a lot of Nigerian friends in the LA area, because everybody thinks I'm Nigerian. A lot of Nigerian friends. I'm not, but everybody thinks I am. I kind of look like it, I know. And one thing I can tell you about Nigerian people is they are very prideful people.
Yes.
And for someone as prideful and well-educated as Wendy to show up simultaneously with vulnerability and dignity, you could tell she's been humbled by this, and she still maintained her dignity. It does something to people, particularly in Black women. We like to see bougie, hoity people, when they're down and out, fall to pieces. We almost get a sick satisfaction from watching them fall apart. The fact that she was able to be so vulnerable while still maintaining her dignity, I know it messed with people a little bit. People who wanted to see her crumble are annoyed that she still has dignity even during a dark time, rather than being inspired by it. And that's a nastiness in the audience that y'all need to examine in yourselves, right? And I think people like Wendy are unsympathetic victims. When things happen to them, we forget to humanize them because we're thinking, oh, you think you're big and bad, not thinking there's a person and children and a family and a whole ecosystem that is being adversely affected. Even when Angel tried to say, well, the whole time you were messing with me is because you knew you had this thing happening. And Wendy said, no, that's not the timeline. She didn't get defensive. She said, no, if this happened in 2024, I did not think of it again until 2025 when they showed up to my door. That is false. And so to see someone like Wendy be so humble, I think that's why the way Karen showed up bothered me so much, because it felt like picking someone who was as prideful as you while they were down when they didn't do it when it was your turn first. And there was a nastiness in that, because Karen is mad at Wendy for Wendy calling her out, right? Darvo, right? When you tell somebody, hey, you hurt my feelings, they flip it. Now they're hurt that you're hurt. That they hurt your feelings, which is very toxic. And to be so toxic to Wendy and say things and bring up her mother in a really abusive and toxic and painful scene and weaponize that and say, well, the one thing I like is when your mother told you to shut the fuck up, was so nasty for someone who's supposed to be on a redemption arc. Karen has completely lost me. Karen Huger has lost me. And I was a big, big fan of Karen Huger. And then at the end say, see, I was trying to be like a mother to you. That's why I told you to shut the fuck up. That's a toxic matriarch. You don't get to be verbally abusive to somebody while they're down and then try to house it in nurturing energy. Well, I was looking out for you. No, it's giving precious. I'm not a fan of that. And I think the fact that no matter when people were trying to ask, I'm not a fan. Okay, it was very, very, very Monique in that second, Karen. You could have kept that, fam. Okay, and so Wendy didn't get up and run away with a bucket of fried chicken. She took it. And so I'm gonna say, Wendy. Oh, sorry.
Why would you say it was precious? Why would you say
it was very abusive, like toxic matriarch? I was so mad at that lady. And so for Wendy to still take it like that and then continue to thank the rest of them and then say to Andy, you give the best hugs and I needed that. My heart goes out to her. I know we've made jokes before. My heart goes out to her now in a way that it didn't previously, because now I'm seeing how real this is, how painful it is, how much it's changed her forever. And if you have a heart and don't just see these women as caricatures, I would find it hard to believe that none of you don't see how big of a deal this is.
Yeah, and I'm strong enough to speak on this part. I personally, I hear you guys say you thought of the girls, the other women were nicer than y'all thought. I disagree. I thought what we saw in the package, was how they really felt. because she wasn't around
mm.
to hear Gizelle, KK, and Ashley, and they're talking about it, and to hear Gizelle say, "I thought she was smarter than this. Is a dumb crime." It's and then for Angel to make that comment, and look, shade is shade. I just think when it comes to this, and this is my opinion, y'all could drag me forward, I don't care. At the end of the day, if Wendy did it and Eddie did it, then they have to obviously deal with the ramifications of their choice. With that being said, they didn't kill anybody. They didn't put anybody in position to die.
Karen.
They did not do anything that was heinous that involved someone's livelihood. Yes, the worst thing that happened that people are saying is the premiums of insurance goes up. Got it, understood. This is a bad economy we live in. If I was a housewife on that show, I would have been like, I don't even want to make fun of this, because if this is what she did, let her speak on it. But I didn't like the smugness in the scenes. And the moment they had the opportunity to face her head on, well, first of all, I'm praying about the children. To me, it was a cop-out. Mm-hmm. That was a defense mechanism to be like, I don't start no more B9.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And for me, the only one that low-key stood on business was Angel. She's like, look, I said what I said pretty much. So that was hard to watch for me, because at the end of the day, if they did this, nobody physically got hurt. And that's how I feel about it.
Carlos, with the 6'7" though, I'm not talking about the cats, Claudia. The one thing I liked about there was a 6'7" moment in the thing. This should be a drinking game. Every time I say 6'7", get drunk. No, but there was a moment where Wendy said, for the aliases, it was for packages. And I have a friend who was on Love and Hip Hop, who whenever she orders Uber Eats, she has an alias that Juanita that she used to use until they flagged it. Mm-hmm. So she has aliases to order food, but she doesn't have aliases for her taxes. And I thought that was interesting that Wendy was it was so easy for her to give a very plausible, innocent response to something that we thought had her dead to rights. And so it made me wonder what else is being twisted that she could easily explain. You know what I mean? So now I actually believe less. I think actually believe her a little bit more that it could be a prosecutor trying to make a case to make a name for themselves, twisting things. Even them saying that she was broke, she was like, well, broke is subjective. I don't think I'm broke, but the prosecutor could say that I have $1 million home, but only $500K in the bank, so I'm broke, right? And so it makes me think how much of this is consequential or circumstantial evidence that people are running with to build a narrative that if she actually had her day in court, she might not look as guilty as we think.
I agree 100%. And that was my takeaway after the reunion too. Overall, I felt the entire reunion was a little tepid. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing kind of fell a little flat for me all the way around. I know a lot of people were looking for Angel's redemption arc. I did not see that exhibited from her end of the couch. I think that she responded to the questions that she was asked, but as far as a showing that represented a renewed Angel or a different Angel than we got during the season, I didn't see that on the reunion stage. Overall, I think that all of the ladies could have contributed a little bit more, and it felt like because of Karen being not on the show this season, there were 2 brand new cast members. The season was just a little disjointed in a way that I think none of the ladies felt completely invested or completely committed to developing a rich, robust through line for the season. I just didn't see that happen. I saw a casual approach. I saw jokes and lighthearted nature, 2 things that could have been explored deeper. And so I think that they just kind of got through the season where Karen was in jail. And I think that once Karen is reinstated as a full-time cast member, now that we can continue with the residual feelings that they have from season 10 as we go into season 10, right? As we go into season 11, I think that the returning cast members will have something to work with to give us a much more substantive season 11 than we got this year. At least that's my hope.
So maybe this was like a transitional year because I struggled. I had to try to watch that thing like 3 times.
The part 3 reunion?
Yes, like the other
I'm
2.
going to bathroom break, but finish, Claudia.
Okay. I'm glad my commentary is so important to his.
And no, I'm not. Shut up, Claudia. I really have to use this.
Okay.
And no, that's a walk away
Continue, Claudia.
Okay. Yeah, like I was like, oh my God, I'm like, I have to watch this before tonight's show, but I had to struggle and stop it, start it, and I had to rewind it. Like, okay, am I missing something here?
It was boring.
It was boring, and I felt like I think that Karen came in hot with Wendy because she's, you making up for lost time. Like you ain't been there, so you're like, let me come in hot and like let me
Read the
mix
room,
it up.
though.
Right?
That's the wrong person to do that with. That's nasty work.
I agree, and then the girls were kind of like for a show like I think in the beginning of us reviewing this shows, I was saying, damn, the Potomac girls, they work hard for their check. Every single scene is like yeah, verbally, right? Mm-hmm. For the show to be there during the season, the reunion was like here. I was like, yawn.
You know what it is? It's Stacey. I think Stacey being the unexpected hero completely knocked them off of balance. They thought that they had it figured out, and seeing Stacey be loved so much threw everybody off.
I agree 150,000%. I think that Stacey was the threat that they did not see coming, and she don't even have to be a threat. Me personally, if we got a star on this cast that's bringing all the megawatt attention to the show to the point where she is featured in a Vanity Fair list, that's good for us. So I don't understand the competitive dynamic, right? But I know some people do. It's just not really my thing. I think that it aided the show. And so instead of being intimidated by Stacey's catapulted rise to stardom, lean into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like let the show reflect.
About Carlos loving Stacey is why the reunion was tepid, because they're like, well, we had a whole plan and y'all don't ruin it because you're clapping for her. Yeah, it's your fault, Carlos, that the reunion was tepid.
And then we had we all was looking forward to Angel gonna bring it at the reunion since she got 5,000 episodes at the end of the season about Colorado. I thought for sure, like after she done seen a few, I thought for sure she would that would be her time to finally wake it up. And it was so boring. She gave nothing, and then when she did try to jump into Kay's conversation, Kay was like, "I can speak for myself, anyways," and she got stunned. And it was like she
got chin checked twice during the reunion. We rest our case. Yeah, it wasn't a misunderstanding. We watched you get chin check on TV. Like nobody's lying on you. That's really you.
I do want to ask y'all this though. I'll start with Claudia. What did y'all think though of Karen's return to the reunion? There were a lot of chatter online. I would love to get your thoughts on it. Do you think it was anticlimactic? Did she come in too strong? What were your feelings of Karen's return, Claudia?
I think because she missed the season and she came at the very end, I think she was kind of making up for lost time and was just, it's like a relay team and you got the stick and your team is behind. So you try to go all out when you finally get that stick. And I feel like she just came in a little hot for the reunion, like with Wendy, where y'all haven't been around each other for a while. So it's like, why was it so contentious between the two? And I just felt like the timing, it just kind of rubbed people the wrong way because we're all being empathetic and sympathetic to Wendy. And here you come where we're sympathetic to you on that last conversation with Andy. And here you come in kind of being mean to Wendy, and y'all have something in common, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I felt it was a little bit, but it did make me realize Karen is needed for the show, but I just felt like she handled the reunion wrong, like coming in so hot at Wendy. It wasn't the right time, I think.
Dustin?
Yeah, I think that, again, you got to go back to I don't never like starting a story in the middle, right? When Wendy came on to The Real Housewives of Potomac in season 5, her and Karen did not get along, and they had previously interacted with each other on the social scene in DC, and that was the source of their original rift because Karen was acting like she ain't know Wendy and had been talking shit about Wendy joining the show to some of the other ladies, and that created their beef. They never really got cool like that. They just were both on the same side of the Gizelle story as the seasons progressed. So they never was homies like that in the first damn place. So I personally wasn't surprised by the tension in their relationship, in addition to the fact that we left off of last year's reunion with a blatant omission from Karen's thank you video as she entered treatment and subsequently her prison sentence for her DUI shit, she left Wendy out of that. So we were already anticipating them having a conversation about that and there being some sort of exchange. I wasn't surprised. As far as her return on the reunion feeling anticlimactic, we can blame BravoCon for that. When Karen was brought back into the forefront post-release at BravoCon, there's the moment, right? So all of the fans of the show who are motivated to talk about it and tweet about it, the people that give a damn, we were plugged into the fact that Karen actually appeared at BravoCon. And so that kind of took the wind out of the sails of her return to the show for us that knew, that had already seen her since she'd been out, basically. I think that if they wanted to make the reunion the moment, then they should have either not televised, they should have made no pictures or anything available for Karen being at BravoCon and save that fanfare and the moment, the impact of the moment for the reunion stage, and then we would have had it.
Yeah. Blue, what are your thoughts on, well, you pretty much intimated Karen's return. You felt disappointed, but overall, what do you think?
I agree with everything that was said except for one thing. Karen and Wendy had beef before because Karen was dismissive to Wendy and Wendy was like, I'm not going, okay? She's like, Miss Effie. However, though, intimacy is forged through adversity. And the season before Karen had the DUI finally blow up in her face, her and Wendy had become cool because Wendy was the one who was showing her the most grace during her heavy season. And it felt like they had called a truce. I don't know if you ever had beef with somebody and you call a truce. I think, remember when Claudia talked about her and Tamar? You're actually more intentional. Isn't that true, Claudia? When you have beef with somebody and y'all call a truce, are you not more intentional about being kind and being thoughtful and being mindful? Because you know that we started off funky, so I'm going to be extra gracious to you to show you that I sincerely want to fix it. Yeah. Seeing Wendy extend so much grace to Karen the entire season, and then at the finale, for Wendy to find out the person that she's been mindful of, that we've seen on camera, this is not subjective, like we saw it on camera, has been still secretly talking shit while she thought they had a truce. Wendy sincerely was blindsided that I thought we were Gucci. That's why I've been working so hard to support you during this funky season. I'm hurt. Karen turned Wendy being hurt into Wendy betraying her. Darvo, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. And now she's like, well, bitch, I don't owe you anything, right? I think it's nasty work when you know that someone thinks that you have a truce, you're still talking shit, you get caught talking shit, and then you come back as if you're the victim. And you come back as if you're the victim hot when they're down and they're in the exact same position where they showed you grace. There's something nasty about that whether it surprises me or not, leaves a very bad taste in my mouth because the hypocrisy in that. And then to say something nasty and then couch it with, I'm trying to be like a mom to you. No, we don't need mothers like that. It's
right.
nasty.
You ain't my damn mama.
Yeah, that's a nasty mother. I don't like it.
Second of all, I also thought that Wendy was reaching. We know Karen was reaching. Karen's reached for the reasons that she takes umbrage with different people on the cast for years. She said Gizelle wished death on her husband. She never did. The statement did not even equate to that. This was again the same thing, but I think Wendy kind of reached like, you called my mom a witch. No, she didn't. Yeah, she referenced like a situation and a rumor that was going on. So they both was reaching to me. Again, it all goes back to the fact that Karen never really fucked with Wendy like that anyway. And if you don't believe me, ask Vivian. Okay, you know that friend Vivian, who was the source of all of that shit. They all sat on that board together. We remember the season 5 conversations.
She
remember that.
Allegedly, she didn't like her first
season. So you know
Gizelle revealed that at the reunion.
Wendy got into it with Gizelle and them. It lasted multiple seasons. Karen and Gizelle are frenemies. Her and Wendy found camaraderie in their disdain towards Gizelle. Me personally,
Gizelle against Wendy saying Gizelle had my back more than anybody. Thank you for that letter you left me the Domino's menu in my mailbox. Girl, hush.
Exactly, Blue. That you caught that, right? Like it's all a game. So that's why I wasn't surprised by the back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah. Okay, one of the biggest moments that happened in this reunion was obviously Monique Samuels played the recording that was bleeped out. I suspected, like we all did, that it could have been one of her children. Ashley Darby revealed to, I believe it's Reality Rundown, like my sources, Reality Rundown did I believe it was a day brunch, day party, something like
a
that.
live event of some sort.
Yeah, a live event. Ashley was the celebrity guest, and Ashley Darby revealed that Monique, allegedly, I'll just say it like that, she said that the recording y'all didn't hear was Monique's son talking, and that was what we weren't able to hear. Monique Samuels, well, before I get into that, Stacey denied it. Stacey looked shocked.
Why you say that, Carla?
No, she did. Stacey looked like, what? She looked shocked, like, what are we doing here? And I was even sort of like, what is happening? What does this mean? Blah, 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 blah. So KK said that Dustin's favorite housewife, Cookie. Hi, Cookie.
We couldn't make it through a whole show without Cookie, could we? We couldn't.
Cookie is like the MVP of the season.
She's our mascot.
So
okay.
You need to take a bath with your funky ass. Remember what she told Stacey?
So Kiana said that Cookie called her and said Chris Samuels is mad. He heard that his name was brought up in the scene and that he's going to send a cease and desist. Cookie said that Cookie has since revealed that she did not call KK because again, we cite our sources. But the biggest revelation that came out of that is the fact that Monique Samuels today released a message that said a lot of time has passed since the reunion was filmed, and after gaining more information since then, I don't believe Stacey had anything to do with any of that bullshit. I'll probably go on live on Instagram at some point this week and give y'all the entire story. I haven't watched the reunion episodes yet, so let me catch up and get back to you, but I at least wanted to clear her name on all of it. Blue, what are your thoughts?
I'm happy you asked me because I've been chomping at the bit about this. I'm happy I went first for this one. Child, let me explain something to you. I have a lot of lawyer friends, right? And my lawyer friends are always teaching me manipulation tactics about how you railroad somebody who's innocent. And this had so many earmarkers. I was like, is this the boy that cried wolf? The one time Stacey's telling the truth? They're about to have a smoking bomb on her because the audio was a child saying, who is Stacey? Who is Stacey? All it takes is Chris Samuels walking around the house cussing about Stacey for them to say that. That doesn't prove shit. It doesn't prove anything. A child asking, who is Stacey? Why does she keep coming up? Does not mean that Stacey's sleeping with your ex-husband. It was so watery and circumstantial. But you know who revealed themselves? Because whenever people have flimsy evidence, you can always watch to see who was quick to believe it and who's quick to jump on it because that's how they felt already. And they were just looking for a reason. Tia was so thirsty about this. Tia was like, and that's why I was trying to sell a house to Angel and I had water and you didn't because Stacey's the devil. She's going to eat all our husbands. Because the baby said, who's Stacey? Girl, sit the hell down. They look stupid. Ashley, yes, it was the baby. Everybody honest. The child said Stacey's name. Yes, the baby said the word Stacey. Now what? Like, y'all are so desperate and thirsty to take this lady down. Your envy was so loud on something so flimsy. All it revealed was Stacey's exactly the star that Carlos said she did and ruined the reunion. It was all circumstantial BS, and y'all jumped on it because y'all were waiting for a reason to not look stupid because the season got away from you. Well,
Dustin?
I'm with Blue on this. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it was a reach to me, and vindication is what it's all about. That message that Monique released today, saying that literally verbatim, Stacey didn't have nothing to do with that bullshit. That's what Monique typed. The message literally verbatim said, I now know that Stacey didn't have nothing to do with that bullshit. So that's why you never really jump on the bandwagon like that. Obviously, they had some sort of dealings, whatever, but that's whether or not her and Chris know each other and have engaged in whatever way is a different conversation from her having conversations with Chris that are negative about Monique and her participation in the show.
Exactly.
Two different things, and either she did it or she didn't. So I don't know, but like you said, Stacey was shocked. She wasn't moving. No, there was no
That looks
pivoting of her
sincere.
neck. You was very much all of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Claudia.
I think that I love. First of all, I love Monique for this reason. Like, I love people that do this, because she could have easily rode that for next season and had a reason to just have a little beef with Stacey. She didn't. She chose to be like, you know what? I care about what's right and what's wrong, and I love that. I love that. I just feel like Stacey don't help her case when she be lying so much.
Like, wolf.
So yeah, so that's what like makes it easy to be like, okay, Stacey. Like, I'm still confused about why she told the producers she kind of went out with them. Then there was a picture, then she didn't, then she did, whatever. It doesn't help a show like this. You gotta know they're gonna jump on that and make a mountain, a molehill into a mountain.
There's a mountain again.
What do you say?
It goes the mountain again. You've been climbing all episode.
Yes. So, I think, you ain't help you help them. You help them have like demonize you. But I think the MVP in that situation is Monique for clearing her name when she didn't have to.
Agreed.
She didn't have to. But yeah.
So we now wrapped up this season, and I want to ask the three of you this question. And listen, I will also join in too. Okay. Predictions and or wants. Starting with Claudia. We know that the reunion is the final moment for a housewife to make it to the next season. Claudia, this was a cast full of, was it 7 people? 7 housewives, I think.
Yeah.
Claudia, who's your prediction that will, in the words of Tyra Banks, that will make it to the next cycle of Top Model?
Should I say make it or not make it? Because it'd be less time to say not make it, right?
Okay. Okay, let's go. Claudia Jordan, who do you think will get the cut and not return to the next season of the Real Housewives of Potomac?
I'm gonna have to say Angel, because we were waiting for this reunion to be the thing to bring her back, and she had 3, 4, 5 episodes of her being the lead, and then I thought the reunion was gonna be like her being shutting everybody down, bam, 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 coming with the and nothing. It fell flat. I wanted to see fireworks. I wanted to see her wake it up. I wanted to see her say, I heard what all you bitches said about me all season long after I'd seen the confessionals and the green screens, or word got back to me, and let me shut you all down. She did nothing. And then when she tried to even jump on her bestie story, her friend, like y'all said, chin checked her. She just gave ineffective. It gave like womp womp. And I wanted it to. I know, Angel, you think we hate you. We don't hate you, but we're waiting.
No, she only thinks Dustin does. I'm teasing. It's a joke.
She was supposed to unload the clip, and not only did the clip not get unloaded, she didn't even show up to the shooting range, and didn't even get a license for the gun, and didn't even purchase bullets, and didn't even bring a vest. There was nothing.
She couldn't find nothing. They put a pin in her phone, and she went to the wrong location, Claudia.
Yeah. Or it was a water gun. I was like, damn. I was waiting. I'm like, when we gonna get to Angel's part? Did she have a package? I can't remember.
She had a package. And for those who don't know, because somebody asked us a package is when there's a montage of the scenes that you film for the season and they play it. It's sort of like your highlight reel. Go ahead, Claudia.
And Gizelle, you gotta come with the next season. Like, you're a legacy. You're in the legacy seat. You have position because of experience. But we want to see, girl. I want to see who you dating. I want to see the congressman. I want to see whoever else you dating. She said she had a full dating life, but we saw I'm saying she said it in the reunion, but we saw not one piece of it the whole season, and it was like 100 episodes. It felt like you got to come with it next season and be big dog on there. And Karen, don't just come back being mean. Karen, you have a lot that I would love to know about your story. Like, your story is so interesting, like your redemption story and all that. It was good you came back feisty, but I want to see more. So, but I'm not worried about Karen not having a storyline. She's gonna have it. But unless
I'm sorry, Clay. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
I hope Claudia is right. You ever meet somebody who you think is a bitchy or mean, and then you talk to them, you realize it's just a little stupid, like you were giving them too much credit?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about Angel. We didn't misunderstand her. There wasn't much there to begin with, and which is actually unfortunate because I thought she was misunderstood, and I realized, oh no, you really are just flat the entire time. You're just flat the entire time. I will say this. I think she's the only one who I don't want to come back, but I fear might come back because they want to see if she can have a redemption arc. I will say Andy. Andy has never had a reunion. I feel like Dustin the historian right now. He's never had a reunion where he intentionally said, I don't feel like talking about the finale. And the finale was all about Angel.
Sure was.
That felt loud to me that he did not want to sit too much on a finale of his own franchise because he's bored of it. I think he's tired of Angel.
Mm-hmm.
So if she comes back, it will not be because of Andy Cohen.
4 episodes or like what? A quarter of the season?
I don't know what's going on.
So interesting.
He can't hide his expressions. He's exhausted with her.
But this is what I find fascinating. Yes, we've all had our opinions about Angel, and I'm not changing one that I've had, right? She had good moments, bad moments, whatever. What I do find so fascinating is in some interesting way, she was like the sort of like engine this season. And I find that to be fascinating that if you remove Angel from the equation, would we have 18 episodes without the reunion? But that's what I find fascinating about it. Am I making sense, Dustin?
Yes.
No.
If you have an STD that you can't get rid of, you have to keep going back to the doctor to get antibiotics. Doesn't mean you enjoyed it or want to do it again.
No, you're not making no sense. No, you ain't making no damn sense, Carlos.
No,
That's what
she
you
was
ain't
a
doing.
virus on the season.
First of all,
they had to get rid of her.
There's another way. There's
Thank
another
you,
way.
Dustin.
There's another way. People have committed themselves to this idea that chaos and behavior that is obtuse of what is normal and expected is the only way to get attention on reality shows. And it's simply not true. If harnessed properly, if produced correctly, yes, she was a key part of this season.
And that's why
yes, she was so boring. So like yes, she is a housewife. All things true, like concurrently, all true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But her lackluster performance was not the key to us being interested in watching the show. It just did not equate to that. And I don't want to see her fail. I've long said there was opportunities for her to highlight her business, and since we keep talking about the word package, there's a way to package her business in a way that is appealing to viewers, that is not dependent upon her personality shining through for its success, as is the case when you're a housewife, you know? So I just don't think that was the right fit for her. Hopefully there's another world where that exists. In the meantime, much like that film, Angels in the Outfield. Now, Tia, you know what I'm saying? I was not impressed. Tia is very much a B character to me. She responds to situations. She really didn't drive. There was no driving force. There was no memorable moment. There was nothing. And I personally lost interest in Tia when she attempted to have that screaming match with Stacey at the reasonably shady however many episodes party they had. That's where I lost interest. Then she was messy going up to meet with Timo and Stacey and Arabella and getting in the car, running back, licking up behind Gizelle. It just wasn't authentic to me. So personally, I think there's space there in the cast for Karen to return and maybe a new housewife. Maybe we actually bring Charisse back since she's deeply entrenched in the storylines, you know. Never my favorite housewife, but this conversation isn't about my favorites. It's about what makes sense for the show. So that's what I think. I think that Angel don't really, based on what I've seen and her responses online, I feel 100% confident that she has the desire to be on the show anymore, right? So if it's her wish to exit, then I wish her well, and there creates room for somebody else. That's how I feel.
I agree.
Everybody else can stay.
I was like, go ahead, that's
no, I'm just saying everybody else can stay. I feel like Angel and Tia did their part by holding space this season in their own ways, but they were always temporary to me based on the performance.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, I'll say this, and we're gonna move on with the super chats. Look, the three of y'all said something that resonates to what I'm about to say, which is when you saw the girls have their opinions about Wendy, when you saw the girls try to, all gang up on Stacey, what the three of you guys are saying is y'all want real friendships. I remember when, back in the day when you saw, Housewives and Claudia, you saw this in Atlanta, where when the girls were friends, they had each other's back.
Yeah.
Even when they knew their friend was lying, they'd be like, I'll go fuck, that's my friend. Like, that's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
What we're seeing on Potomac is there isn't genuine friendships.
Yeah.
Dustin called it out earlier to where it's sort of like no one wants to get to know each other on a deep level. The reason why I had an visceral reaction to the commentary about Wendy is because y'all spent. I've never hung out with Wendy on a one-on-one level in terms of like dinner, but the relationship I have with her, as minuscule as it may seem, I can't bring it to myself to say something negative about her. You girls spent almost 7 years with her, and off the bat, it's shade for shade. Claudia called it where all these girls clock in for work. And I do think what's missing is real friendships. Like, I really care about you. I really want to see you do well. Yes, I could disagree with what you did, but I really care about you. I do think the show needs that coming into the next season, which is why I agree with Dustin. I'm not saying bring Charisse back as a full-time housewife. I'm not saying that. And I don't even think she wants that. The best part about this season is what happened with Charisse and Ashley after the show wrapped. The conversation of this woman kissing her friend's son. We've never talked about that on reality television. So the fact that we're not getting it, the fact that Charisse was at the reunion was a huge mistake.
Huge.
Huge. She can be on Sherry, Reality with the King, and all these other programs, but the one show to where it made actually interesting, we don't get Charisse POV, missed opportunity. The other missed opportunity we don't get is, if you're going to bring Monique back, bring back Candace. I need to get, I want to see conversation.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to see people meet each other, because I'm going to tell you what it is, and this is me low-key defending some of the girls. I think some of the girls feel like if you could last more than 2 seasons, maybe I'll invest in a friendship. I know how this works. The reason why you see these girls haze is because they feel like if you can survive more than 1 season or 2, maybe I could be your friend. I'm not going to waste time. They saw NECA last 1 season, unfortunately, and they really like her and they hang out with her. But we got to get back to some real stories. Bring back Charisse, bring back Candace, bring back Robin. I want to get back to these girls. How
Robin get in it?
I was just about to ask.
You got to be slick, Carlos. I'm sorry. How did Robin?
I ain't want to interrupt, but goddamn, Los, you know.
Who's that, Carlos? We're right here.
Because the thing is this.
No,
I actually
I agree with you on that.
Yes, I listened to
the real relationship. They're just plugging in people that don't have any connection. Like that's why.
Got no other friends.
I'm gonna tell you. I listened to Reasonably Shady on the Black Effect Network, and
shout out to them.
Robin got some strong opinions about Ashley and some of these girls, and I feel like I feel like there's something with Ashley and Robin, my opinion.
It is. I agree.
Ashley replaced her as the green-eyed bandit. She probably
exactly. And don't you want to see a conversation? When Nene Leakes came back season 8 and they went to Jamaica and Sheree and Phaedra and Portia told Nene, well, Cynthia and Kenya are BFFs. And Nene said, BFFs, they're BFFN, best friends for now. I'm back. And it raised the stakes of the friendship because Kenya felt you're dissing because Nene's back. And Nene, Kenya and Cynthia's friendship ain't the same today. So my point is, I don't want to see a girl get hazed. I don't want to see, you know, the girls talk about. I want to see real stakes in friendships.
Yes.
I'm with it. Let's have the all-star season of Potomac. That's what I think season 11 needs to be. We don't need no new blood. We don't need to get to know nobody. We need to dive back into the texture of the fabric of Potomac. I agree. Let's bring back the old guard. Let's reintroduce some old names and faces like Robin, like Charisse, like hopefully to God, Candace, even though congratulations to her for signing with CAA, right?
Yes.
And dribbling that Traitors basketball through her legs and right through the hoop, nothing but net like she was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you handle an opportunity like that. Kudos to her. I love seeing that shit. But so hopefully she has the time, because I feel like she's going to be bombarded with opportunity, and God bless her for that. If she has the time, I hope she comes back to the show. I would love an all-star season next season. Bring back Charisse, Candace, and Robin.
I like her. I agree.
Quick question. We forgot something. My brain is tingling right now. How do we feel about the fact that Ashley said that Charisse was broke, so that's why she talked about kissing on her son. Charisse dropped the moment. If Charisse had actually grabbed that moment, maybe on camera more, maybe Bravo would have brought her on. But it felt like
she said that during that live brunch yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Charisse had a big reaction on camera, I think maybe the scene would have garnered the attention it deserved in the Bravo universe, because it feels like all the fun stuff happened off camera. And they tend they tend to not really give a damn if they can't, capitalize and have it on camera. I do think that the idea that Ashley was like, I'm trying to throw you a bone, bitch, so you could come back on the show, and Charisse let it fall to her feet, but still ended up on with Carlos and Sherry. I'm saying still worked out. A part of me is intrigued by that somebody who's a stunt queen was trying to give out stunts like trick-or-treat candy. I would love somebody to bring that back up next season. Charisse, I can't believe I'm saying this. I would love you back.
I think it has to happen. Like, I feel like that a little bit of a redemption for Ashley, how everyone's coming after her like she was a child molester, but really the mama
love Ashley.
No, I don't.
every chance you get, y'all actually, you know what I'm saying? She ain't that damn bad. I love it.
I don't love her. I'm just fair. And I've also been in the position where a lot of people hated me for things that were out of my control.
That's
or a misrepresentation. So I guess I relate in that regard to what that would feel like, right? Like, we really was looking at her like she was a goddamn child molester because she kissed her friend's son that's 10 years younger than her. But in reality, now hearing the mama was like kind of pushing it on some Kris Jenner shit, okay?
Yeah.
Like, that's, to me, is a huge difference. Like, you can hate her for whatever other reasons or not like her, but like in that situation, I think that is a big deal. That needs to be on camera. They are definitely missing out. That needs to be on camera.
It's crazy to me that Charisse wasn't at the reunion, which I'll find. If y'all don't bring Charisse back, I don't know what y'all want the show to be, because can we at least get her and Ashley? Can you imagine her and Ashley one-on-one? And the fact that Ashley said Charisse fell on hard financial times and I tried to throw her a bone. You mean to tell me you don't think Charisse gonna get up here and really have a real conversation?
That changes everything. That changes everything.
I'm on Ashley's side for once. I'm actually on Ashley's side for once.
Yes. So that's our 5 cents.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, producers. That's what we want.
One of my favorite content creators. Okay. The top of it. But let us know, Range, what you think in the comments. Super chats really fast. Nate Beverly. Reunion of package, Operation Exit Glenn plan.
Shout out to Bell Collective.
Bell Collective. And I do want to say this. Yes, thank you, Arseny X. Rest in peace, Robert Jr. We're all praying for Mary Cosby.
100%.
Thank you for that. Akira Harris. Karen seems to have an unsubstantial beef with Wendy. Her demeanor was nasty. And I love the Grand Dame, just like I used to love Gizelle, but I was turned off by the way she was acting. Judith says, Dustin, come on my side with them big fingers. If you know, you know. I'm an island girl. That's where Blue loves to visit. Just saying. Damn, that baby arm.
Damn.
How did I catch it straight and you trying to mac on Dustin? What's happening?
Right, that's a little...
Thank you.
He said, "Yep." He said, "Yep."
Thank you.
Fabulous faces. A man preparing you to lose his job before y'all get married is nasty work. Thank you, Smig Dirty. Diamond Jordan 5510. Carlos, I'm a true raindrop. Thank you, boo. I absolutely love all your shows. Heavy on all. Thank you. Are you bringing back Houston Family Empire? That's another show I am begging on to bring back too.
We need to know what's going on with Jermisha and them. We need that show, please.
And Dustin did a good job doing their interviews too.
I like them.
Saw that.
SD Max said, I am married 29 years. That wasn't a red flag. However, context matters. He did emphasize that intended to stay grinding because that was important for her to hear at her adult age with a child.
I love that, and I agree.
Angelo D'Angelo, hey, Keely definitely loves Bose. Him mentioning losing his income and in turn losing her is a fear all men have.
Yeah.
Their word to their partner bringing their income.
Big
we got Latori Gear, the trailer, I'm Confusion. We have Diane Hester, I love Claudia. Bonnie said the RHOA trailer gave tired. I'll watch when the queen returns, hashtag Nene. Thank you, Mika Boo, for your super sticker. Divine Destinies. Carlos, love your Nashville show with Nene. The top moments was awesome. Heads up, we can't access our meet and greet pictures. The QR code doesn't work. Okay, I'll fix it. Me and Lizzie, we good on that. I apologize. But I thought I saw y'all post something today. But we'll figure it out. Thank you. Are we going to discuss Kenya versus Britt Edie round 3?
No.
Thank you, Dave. Love you, though. Scotty G. Carlos, you didn't ask what housewives I wanted to see on Traders, but Claudia, Nene, Erica Jane, and Lisa Vanderpump.
Hell yeah.
Great list.
Yeah.
That's a good list. Thank you, Rashida. Mika Boo, 53 and a full reality TV fanatic. Super excited for the upcoming season of RHOA. Stopped watching it 2 years ago. Yes, it came Michelle's return to reality to TV. Hey, Tracy Boo. Monique just cleared Stacey's name on Instagram, and she said she was going live later this week to tell everything. KG Cream. Claudia is absolutely right. They're biased. Me, I'll tease it.
What are you talking about?
I think the trailer comments.
Oh, okay.
PC Black, Blue Crew here. Yes, the RHOA down metric point is so valid. Judith said, chill out, people. Stop calling Claudia a hater and jealous. This lady have her own bag and still relevant. Stop disrespecting her, guys. Be respectful. It's not that serious.
Right.
That'll never stop. It'll be my friggin' cross to bear every day.
We love you, Claudia.
We love
Tracy
you.
Tracy said they could
All
have
my life.
They could have had that 3-part reunion during a commercial break. Bonnie said they barely discussed the Colorado trip, which had like 4 episodes, just to give Karen a necessary shine. KD Perry, it was hilarious to me that Gizelle got snubbed at the beginning and end of the reunion. She didn't even add anything interesting in the wrap-up. She also said, in the words of Whoopi and Ghost, Gizelle, you in danger, girl. Karen visited the reunion and took the first seat.
Oh, snap, that's true.
Okay. Rashida, Housewives of Atlanta was inspiring back in the day, and Love and Hip Hop was relatable. Now people are so fake on these shows. Hey, Portia. Hey, Yandy. Hey, Rashida Frost. Not talking about RF this season.
What's
Is that
RF?
Rashida Frost? Vanity Vonna, did y'all see Monique post? Yes, baby, we did. Let me see. Rashida is back. I love y'all, but y'all gotta go back and watch how stiff Carlos got when he thought Dustin and Claudia was about to get into. Y'all reading too much into my mannerisms because they had a disagreement about housewives being ghetto. My baby was frozen for 2.
You know that lady with the blue meme with the blue shirt who's just looking down like Carlos was
love
wearing the
it.
blue shirt.
No, I was really paying attention because I was curious about the debate. That's the best part about this show. We can have a respectful debate. Was good. Okay. Scotty G, Gizelle was second chair season 8 reunion. I think she'll survive. She should call Kyle plus the network.
I agree.
Yasmin Williams, I'm looking forward to all the shade RHOBH is about to bring. Gizelle, let us in because bullying and messiness has to stop. It is getting old.
Yeah.
We got She Run It too. Hey, She Run It. The season reunion show Gizelle is good on the show when she has a Karen, Charisse, Robin to support or oppose. Ashley couldn't play the role she needs because she didn't have shit going on either.
I agree. I've changed my stance on the Robin return thing. It's time. Robin, she's necessary.
It's between Robin and Ashley.
And Charisse.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's between Robin and Ashley, Giselle's better with Robin than she's with Ashley. I agree.
100%.
Teamy AAA, Karen couldn't even show up when she was in trouble. She didn't learn anything in that jail cell. D'Angelo loved Gizelle for calling Karen out for being mean. Rashida, they cut out the Hey Professor moment with Karen. Leah said, hey, Leah, Karen has been pacified. She needs a longer break. She did not show the same empathy that was disproportionately shown to her. She could have killed someone. We got Mrs. T. Faulkner. Angel is such a punk. Carlos, she didn't stand on business. She clearly was saying Wendy getting arrested was her karma, but in Wendy's face, she punked out, just like she was saying her eyes lazy. Wait, what?
Remember she called her Forrest Whitaker eyes? And then
Ah!
Not me having to do the face. Yeah, she a punk.
I forgot that fast. Yasmin's back. Karen needs to stay off another season and receive help. Wendy should have just stayed away from answering some of those questions. I believe Eddie would take the fall if everything is proven guilty.
What?
Let me see. Hey, so Madison. Stacey showed Monique a text of Chris saying, I heard my name come up for filming. Why wasn't the question asked who told him his name came up in filming? That should have vindicated Stacey then.
I think it was, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
2P Sinbad, Cinna podcast with Tira. Kiana ain't nobody got time for that. Sweet Brown, idiot that as soon as she left in the luncheon, she called Cookie and told Cookie K was a source. Okay. She run it to either K, Cookie, or Ash created drama. Then they all started backpedaling and pee-popping when things got serious and became a legal situation for Monique. Julian, we need Claudia back as a housewife of America. Okay. America. Let's go, Carlos. Love you all. Love you too.
Now I'm on Love and Hip Hop.
It's a great callback, Claudia. Well played. Well played.
Love it. It's Can Girl. They're gonna give Ashley a pity season like they did Kay. I think Gizelle cussed Angel out bad, and Angel can play all season. And producers is pissed at Gizelle. Judith said, bring Charisse Candace back. Sit Gizelle out a season. 2P. So speaking of liars, what about Ashley backtrack? Ashley sleeping with Jackson. They all lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said she added some sauce to it. You are right about that.
Jazzy's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Jazzy.
Yes.
And she put a super chat in there. You'll see it.
What's up, Jazzy? I'm about to start watching the comments.
Pretty sure.
You're
Vanity Vana. Hear me out, friends. Karen, Gizelle, Wendy, Stacey, KK, Charisse, Robin, Monique, Candace. They can figure out the friend or the fluke, but it will be good.
Yeah.
You run it. Tia was so damn performative all season, and especially at the reunion. Girl, shut up and call it.
She started off so good too, and then it just went bad.
Yeah.
She run it. Girl, shut up and call Shondaland to get on Bridget. Y'all are messy.
Oh, you should be on the show.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Lish Danelle. Okay. Judith said, Blue, love you in Jamaica.
Oh, no, she said Blue loved Jamaica because I got my back blown out in Jamaica. That's
Oh, Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Blue, you love Jamaica.
Yeah,
That's a good reason to love it.
it is.
Cruz Devereaux. Not to be confused with Blanche. That reel looks amazing on you, Dustin.
Thank you, Cruz. I appreciate that.
All right, Cruz. Some eyebrows are smashed. I love it, baby. Yes. Thank you, Tyree Torrance. Claudia, would you ever move back to Rhode Island?
No.
Well, that's that. Fabulous Faces 5083. Carlos, can you give us a spoiler for Huntsville?
I agree. Give us some, Carlos.
Hit it.
Destiny and Tisha have the worst argument in the history of love and marriage, Huntsville, ever.
Really?
It's the absolute worst argument I've seen two girlfriends have. It is. That's a spoiler. It's shocking.
I'm ready.
Shocking. Okay, that's a spoiler. Love and Marriage Huntsville returns this Saturday at 8:00. Tyree Torrance, Carlos, will you interview K. Michelle? Let's find out. Jazzy, hey Jazzy, thank you for your $20, girl. I'm gonna give it back to you.
What's up, Jazzy?
Hey gang, I see alliances are forming. Is all I will say.
Say more.
Watch them be on Stacey's ass now that she's popular. Watch.
Are you Jazzy? Pay me 2 cents. Did the pickup letters go out?
Great question.
It's an excellent.
Jazzy, did the pickup letters go out? Send me 2 cents. I'll reimburse you.
Not reimburse. Jazzy richer than all of us. She good.
That is true. Our last super chat is by Texas Burn Guy. What do you think of the Roni announcement? New Girls added filming to begin soon. I've said this before. This is no shade. I love all the shows. I'm not interested in Roni. I'm not. I don't care. That's my opinion. I don't care. Okay.
Seems like every time there's a story about a racist white woman, she was a cast member on Roni.
That's true.
Oh, Jazzy put the crying emojis.
Now, Jazzy, come on, man. Don't tease us.
Hilarious.
Jazzy, you try it.
First of all, Dave, it's Bell Collective Birmingham. And no, I'm not spilling any tea.
Nothing, Lowe's? Just a
not for Bell Collective Birmingham. Okay, what I will say about Bell Collective Birmingham, but I don't want to overhype it.
Don't then. Just tell us something. Just a thing. That's all.
Stormy, do you remember the scene where Stormy was like, "That's what's up with her destiny"?
At the Galentine's party.
We have something similar times 10.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Don't say nothing else. Just leave it right there. Yep.
Discernment.
Yep.
That's it. Okay, last question is this. Since we're bringing folks back, bring back Mia Be Lion. I love you, Melanie. Don't do it. All right. No. Claudia Blue Dusted. Claudia, is there anything you want to promote that you got coming up, baby, besides your appearance on Love and Hip Hop Miami?
I'm right where I belong, in the gutter. No, that's not till like April. So no, just accidentally informed on Wednesday. That's it for this week. Slow week. Shut up, Kat. Jesus, I had to put her out this room because she kept putting her butthole on camera.
Blue, anything you got going on?
Yeah, you guys can find me Blue Centric Live tomorrow. We're doing a Mercury retrograde reading for all signs. You guys know I've taken a break from doing readings, but I've been harassed into doing it. So tomorrow at 4:15 Pacific, 7:15 Eastern, I will be doing readings on YouTube. I know people have been asking.
I'll be watching.
Ooh. Yeah.
With notes.
Dustin
Ross.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody. You can come to my second show. I'm doing 2 comedy shows in New York City on March 17th at City Winery. First show is sold out because God is good like that. And the second show is on sale now. That show starts at 9:30 p.m. Tickets are available at DustinRossLive.com. So
get them fast because they do be selling out super fast, y'all.
Make sure y'all get it.
You know.
Make sure y'all
Listen,
get it.
Do you have meet and greets, Dustin?
Sometimes. Yes, I do.
Get your Chris Brown on. You can get a coin for the meet and greets, Frank.
And we got, and listen, that meet and greet coin is serious, and we thank God for it. So we're trying to figure out what that looks like for New York City now. So as of right now, we don't have that option, but maybe something will happen. And if so, I'll definitely let everybody know.
You got to do that. You know they want to meet you in person, get a picture, hugged up with you.
Spider monkey action for XCP.
And make sure you have security, Dustin. That's all.
Y'all get it.
Because all right. So raindrops. Tomorrow I am dropping my one-on-one exclusive interview with Takara.
Oh, yeah.
From Top Model. She breaks her silence. It is an hour-long conversation devoted to her Top Model experience. We talk about her reaction to the Top Model doc on Netflix. You're gonna listen. The thing with Takara, if y'all saw my first interview with her, you know we're like friends in real life. So it was funny, great, all of that. You're gonna see Takara in a very serious matter in terms of how she is still processing what she saw in her experience. So that's tomorrow at noon. So make sure you guys check that out. It's a very, very important conversation. I'll just leave it at that. And she looked fabulous.
Y'all got good chemistry, so I can't wait. It's like part 2 from the first one, so I'm with it.
Yeah, thank you. It was good. It was good. All right, raindrops. Thank you to the 7,200 people that tuned in tonight.
Oh wow,
we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
We love you guys, and we will see you guys next Monday. Have a great week.
Bye,
love y'all. Blue.
Bye, family.